Master Sword up to 50. Can't complain about that, can we? Zing! Perfection. Very well. Like last time, I'm curious. Let's just give the hard mode one try. See how we can get, how far we get on one life. I'll eat the same stuff as before. Let's do this. See what our first biome is. Final trials. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I may not be ready for it, but I'm ready for it. You feel me? Let's do this. I'm excited. I'm excited. What biome? There's going to be a lava one somewhere around here, surely, which will work the same, similarly to the cliff one, where I can just knock some enemies off. Not all of them, because some of them are resistant. Oh, it's wet here. We're going to be thunderstruck, are we? To the Blade's chosen hero, in the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer the trial of the sword. Oh, you are nearly worthy of wielding the true splendor of the Master Sword. You must fortify your mind, body, and soul by eradicating all obstacles that appear in this realm. In this illusory realm of sacred mystery, anything could happen. You might just get struck by lightning if you're a moron. All that you obtain here will be lost upon your return to the reality you know. Let's do it! Chosen hero of the Master Sword, overcome the trial of the sword and claim the blade's true splendor. Or maybe the rain is just so that we slip and fall. Nope, nope, there are indeed, there's lightning going on. Very well. Some stall enemies at the moment. They are one in shots to the bombs, but someone has a bow. Let's get you taken care of. ASAP. So we're in lightningy undead territory as our current biome. Cool. I like the sound of it already. Gonna make it harder to climb and all. I'll grab your arm. That'll be a nice weapon to have for the moment. Is this yep, it's telling us that not to use that because of lightning. I guess we'll want to pick them up when right before we leave, though. I've got no shield because we'll want to be able to keep them on a person for when we get to a place that isn't lightningy. With all the arms that they're going to drop as weapons, we'll have a nice supply of weapons going into this next one. And if we're going to be doing a lot of undead fights, if this is all the undead biome, oh, I thought that lightning strike was me. I thought it was over. That won't be so bad, will it? Because the undead, as you can see, mostly go down in the one hit. Okay. Do you think the lightning stops when we take them all out? Probably not. Oh, did I drop that halberd? There was no need to do that. I could just not equip it. As I will do with these other metal weapons here. Yoink. Nope, don't get struck by lightning. I want to pocket you. There's something about to get struck by lightning somewhere around here. Ah. Is that a shield perhaps for us? Yes, indeed it is. Its durability... Oh no, for a moment I thought the durability had gone down since it got struck by lightning, but it doesn't seem to have. Very good. Floor 1 done. I don't mind this undead biome so far. It'd be nice if we get a tree branch from one of these trees or something to use as a melee weapon that is not made of metal. We have a few that aren't made of metal, so it's not all bad, but... Anything fun up here? Yep. Not as far as I can see. How about any hidden chests? Gotta remember, we don't have any fairies or, we've got a bunch of extra health, thankfully, but no fairies off the bat, so can't be too confident about that. Gotta be very careful not to get hit by things at all in these first few fights. Actually, we do have a fair bit of good wooden equipment here. They dropped a lot. No chests, though. No other metal gear that I could equip. Metal gear, get it? Colonel. I'm undertaking the trial of the sword. A weird voice whispered to me. I have the urge to eat wood, Colonel. Snake, don't do it. But it just looks like it would be so crunchy. Alright, we got a bit of firewood that we can eat in a pinch later or use to make a fire or something. But onward into more thundery undead territory. An undead with a bow is still an archer, so that's no fun, but... Oh, maybe it won't all be undead if there's going to be a big base like this, I suppose. There's a treasure chest nearby. We don't want to get shocked by these keys, though. That would be truly awful. I don't see any enemies in there, which actually probably means they are undead ones, which I find much easier to deal with, so it won't be all bad then. Really, it doesn't feel like the trials are specifically getting harder. It just, there are more of them that you have to do without dying from tier to tier. Which I kind of like that design, actually, because it means a lot of creative enemy encounters you end up doing. Alright, I drew their focus with the bomb. Missed again. I don't want to get too close, because you can get shocked from pretty far away from these things. Alright. Done did that. Where did that firewood go? Huh. Can you blow up a tree with it and it doesn't drop any firewood? I didn't think that was a thing that could happen. Where's this chest at anyway? Oh, it's inside there, is it? Just gonna scan my eyes around with my camera, see if it detects anything that I don't. Actually, maybe the chest is over on this side of the thing and we can get it before interfacing with these foes. Ah, yes, it's somewhere in this corner. Is it under the ground? That looks like that's what that is. Could actually be a useful weapon as well. Drag it in there and start thwonking it around since the, whoa! Hello, Dolly! I guess we'll have a hard time. We'll be hard-pressed to use it while we're... Oh, there goes our attack buff. Not that it was going to be much help against the Zambles anyway. We'll have a hard time using the Royal Guard sword in this place, but this won't be the only biome we have to deal with, surely. So, in a minute when we go in here, they're going to start... A bunch of zombies will pop out of the ground, and we can slam this chest into some bombs. Here we go, here we go. Bang! Oh, I hit myself with that a bit, but... I was still able to hit them, and now I got you. I can smash you as well. That more or less went how I was hoping. I hit myself a bit with the shrapnel, but, you know, in every life a few bombs must explode. And it's only our first try after all. We know now to not do that next time. We're getting some decent wooden weapons as well now. Good shield. It's a metal one, unfortunately, but definitely gearing up quite well. Whole bunch of Bokoblins we've not even yet had to use. We're sheltered from the rain here, so if we ever do need to really fight with a metal weapon and there's some cover to use, we can use it that way. That's floor 2 gone then. Let's just see if there's anything else metal hanging around somewhere. Nope, I think we're good to carry on. Again, we could probably try for some tree branches, but at this point we've got the bones, we've got bombs, so won't really be wholly necessary. Oh, this is interesting. A Thunder Choo-Choo, but I don't see any enemies up front again, so it might be that there's yet more undead, which... Totally fine with me. Finding new objective, there's more than one chest in this place, is there? I like the sound of that. And you obviously can use metal weapons as long as you take it off before the thunder strikes, so it's not like all these metal weapons we have are going to do us absolutely no good. It just really messes with the pacing of your battle. I blew up a few of their traps there, their spike traps. I don't know if that's going to bite me later. Like, it might have been useful to have them. I really prefer to tackle these things with bombs so we don't waste any arrows on it. And also, there's water there. But also so that I don't get anywhere close to them. But the water does make it difficult. If lightning strikes water, do I, like, die? If I'm standing in the same one? Right. I don't spy any other enemies. Are there any more metal things we could use to swing around on them? Because that's very effective against enemies with low health. When they have high health, you have to hit them so many times that it's almost not worth it. Ah, there's another chest. Perfect. If I can bring that down, I can use it as another weapon. Perhaps by the time we get even close to it, it will, that won't be an option. Ah, we're gonna have to get up there before we can drag that down. I think if I get even close here, they're gonna start showing up. Oh, can I poke it with... Ah, I can get it with the magnet through the holes in the thing. Perfect. Well, this is now an electrocution waiting to happen, but let's pull out whatever's in it and then start using it as a weapon. Knight's bow! Thank you. And actually, is this one of those chests that doesn't move? I think it might be. If not, we could drag it off with this one. Yeah, this one doesn't move. But we can still use it to bat the Zambles around when they come out of the ground, so let's just keep it held aloft. And we can also cause it to a lightning strike in a place of our choice, but we don't really get to choose when it strikes. We're probably going to pop out of the ground the second we start heading up the stairs, would be my guess. Can they pop out of the ground in the wood? That I don't know. Actually, this is really suspicious how few we're finding here. Oh, I want to keep this away from me. Where are they all? Wait for this to strike before I carry on here. I'll set it down right there and go loot this one. Maybe they show up when you open this chest or something. I dig the shield, though. Oh, there they are down there. I don't see any bows among them. But maybe there's just the ones I haven't seen yet. Okay, I've beheaded 2 of them. Oh, I got the thing stuck under. 1 gone. 2 gone. There must be more, because this thing hasn't fallen over yet. Let's knock that over now. Oh. They're all down here. Can't believe I didn't notice them. They do actually have bows, but they can't see us from up here, it seems. So, is that one going back to sleep, has it? Okay. Well, this one's still walking around. Oh, they're gonna chill out. Is that what they're doing? Alright, well, I'm gonna set this by them. Oh no, you can hit them while they're lying down. I didn't know that. Well, perfect. Well, you're about to get lightning struck then. Enjoy the weather. Oh wow, that I must have brought it under the thing at some point because I didn't really look at lightning as the way I was expecting to. But we can still hit them. We can still take their head off this way and whack it with a chest. Come on, you! Come on, you! Come on, you silly thing! There we go. One down. Is this one also alive and I can smack them then? Yes, it is. And then there's just one way over here, farther away. Unless that was the one that was over there. Ah, whatever. Let's head down there and have a look. Oh, you're the one who still got their head. It's fine. We'll just do it with bombs. The rain is masking our footsteps mercifully. Bang! That all? They're all disappearing, so I guess so. Whew! Okay. And they dropped a lot of weapons for us to loot. A few of them are the big two-hander moblin arms, which I'm not especially fond of taking. Let me just pull this out so I can see where our chest is. It's over there. Good. But, may as well while we have room. Ooh, a nice new bow. Dragonbone bow. Didn't realize. This is excellent. Even if we don't finish it this time, which I think we'd be hard-pressed to do it on the first try, we're devising a lot of excellent strategies for attempt number 2 and beyond. I feel like they dropped a whole bunch of weapons and I just haven't found them yet. Are those TNT barrels? No, they're normal barrels. Let's definitely loot those. The big moblin arm, I don't think we need 2. I like the one-handers better. There was that one with the bow, but I could have sworn... Ah, here we go. It was a spear. Spiked moblin spear. I think that we can do away with one of our rusteel weapons, or maybe a bone, because they break really fast. There we are. Oh, and a club here, too. Did we knock those up? Oh, right, because there were 2 that we fought that were up actually on the thing before we took them out. So there's that. And last but not least, what's in these barrels, eh?
Bang!
Arrows and more arrows. What could be better than arrows? More arrows. Off we go then. Floor 4. What be ye? Interesting, interesting. Again, don't see anyone, so probably we're dealing with some undead. Maybe an undead Hinox, because they are a thing. Whoa, someone saw me. Oh, undead riders. Oh no. Well, at least I don't see any archers among them. Oh boy. Oh dear, this is messy. It's fine, but just like as they are undead, they can be one-shotted once you get their head off. No, don't put it back on. All right, there's a bunch of people probably gonna ride around behind me. Well, that one's charging through. Shield, protect me. Oh, they're high up enough on the horse that they weren't even actually able to. Why am I facing that way? What? They weren't even able to reach me with their melee attack. Thankfully, the horses buck them off when even undead horses buck them off when they find that when they get hit. So that's useful. I don't think we have to kill the horses to progress. I assume we wouldn't. Even undead horses, that would feel kind of bad, wouldn't it? I did hurt them a fair bit, I suppose. There's one still kicking somewhere. Where have they gone? Is that one there? They're kind of lying in a pile. Bang! That is one, anyway. Hello! Goodbye! There must be a few hanging around. Ah, there are more archers over there. Mounted ones, anyway. We're gonna have tons of bones lying around by the end of this. All right, more bombs will do us here. A few of those have bows. Oh, they all have bows. I see. Oh, that's extremely problematic. In fact, I probably want to do some archery of my own here because you can one-shot them with headshots. Yeah, they don't know I'm here, do they? It's best not to let them get close. Ah! Bad. Okay, one I got off the thing at least. I'll get you fast before anyone else shoots me. Bang! Run! Take cover. All right. Oi! I did not realize I was in range of you. My goodness. All right, this is an interesting setup. I'm glad they didn't have the archers and the other ones all together. That would have been problematic. I'm glad they sectioned them off into 2 separate little troops. We managed it anyway. Only took 3 hearts from the one bow we got shot with. Can't really complain about that, can we? A greater weapon inventory would certainly be helpful for this trial, but considering how we're just getting so many bones and all this. What is this, a rusty halberd? Yeah, they're not amazing. They're probably more durable than the bone arm, though, so let's do that. And there were a whole bunch of weapons and stuff I didn't pick up from back there because everything got really panicky really fast. I assume the boss of the undead place is going to have to be an undead Hinox, right? That's what makes sense to me. Wow, the first edible things we found. Feel so lucky. Rusty Claymore. Now, I'd like the sound of that. Probably better than this silly Moblin arm. Don't want to equip that, though. It would have been smarter, and I would have been more evasive if I had taken one of their stall horses to when I went after the archers, but I didn't. I didn't realize they were there, so I guess I couldn't have known that was the right thing to do. There's something metal over there. There are a few boxes I've yet to loot. I get a sense, and I probably shouldn't say this, but it feels like we're going to actually get kind of far on this first attempt. I really took a beating to my shield there. I think I got shot with an electric arrow. That's my only wooden shield, so I got to be cautious. More cautious, at least. Lots of these good spiked boko bows, though. I like that we're not... It seems like they're definitely upgrading the tier of weaponry and stuff from trial to trial, but we're not... It's not just like you get only wooden weapons in the beginning trial, and then only metal weapons in the next trial, and then only, like, the royal set in the final trial, because that would be sort of pointless, I feel like. Ooh, there's a mushroom there I missed. I like that in all of them, you're still sort of middling around with a few wooden weapons and a few of, like, the knight's weapons and stuff. There's good variety in all, right? I feel like getting out of here before I get zapped. Assuming there are 20 and 4 biomes, this 5th one ought to be a boss fight. In fact, if there are... Yeah, okay, it's Undead Hinox. Saw that one coming. This is going to be a little tricky. Once again, you can deal damage to their bones, but the trick is to get the eye out, and then attack it with melee. Oh, or maybe not melee. Anyway, I'll go ham with some bones here. Or I can. Oh wow, they make much scarier noises than the non-undead ones. Shoot your eye there. It doesn't. I guess it doesn't fall out until later. I'm gonna throw this arm like a boomerang. It snapped in two. Let's use this. Oh, it's about to lightning immediately. Let's wait a bit then, I guess. It's just the same strategy as the normal Hinox's works, though. This bow is almost on its way out, I think. In fact, maybe it's, since this one's a little less threatening than the other one's, bombs would be a good idea. It doesn't regenerate too fast or anything like that. Oh, the bombs can stagger it. Look at that. Oh, bombs are an exceptional idea. Why did I not do that before? Save so much weapon durability this way. And it's going to drop us a whole bunch of weapons as well, because they're all a bunch sticking out all over it. For the last blow, I think you do have to get the eye out, so we will have to shoot it in a minute, I think. Or maybe the eye just falls out when you do enough damage. I can't remember. Looks like a one-handed thunder blade, a two-handed frost blade, and then I guess that means there's a flame spear in there. If they want it to be nice and symmetrical with it. Yeah, I see the back of it. It's in its face. Fortunately, this one hasn't thought of throwing any of its ribs at us, nor any of the nearby trees. Keeps just trying to come after us with melee. There's a buried chest there, which is probably metal, so I want to stand away from that, I think. My hand's cramping up from using the targeting button and the rune button over and over like this. But if this fight can be done this way, since it's so early on, there's no point in wasting any good weapons on it. Or weapons, period, really. I love Trial of the, though. That's... Trial of the... Hi, it's me, Adorable, back here with the Trial of the... I don't know how I seem to keep losing target lock with like that. If by some crazy miracle, and I don't think this will happen, we do manage to beat this on our first go. Well, you know, actually, it sort of makes some amount of sense that they get easier as they go on because they're longer, so you're getting more resources as you go along. So you're going to be more prepared for the hardest one than you ever were for any of the ones in the beginning one. Okay, now I have to shoot the eye out. If it should come to pass that we do have to... Bang! We do have to... we do manage to beat it this time. I think I'll split it up, and I'll still keep splitting it up into more episodes. Oh, look at all these lovely weapons. They're probably made of metal though, so I'm gonna want to pick them up pretty quick. Just want to see if any of them are ones we haven't logged. Flame spear. Ooh, can't carry any more melee weapons. Not with that attitude, we can't. Actually, I probably want the claymore more than I want the rusty broadsword. But I don't think we need 2 rusty halberds. Excellent. A leg up in weaponry, and we should be out of the no metal allowed zone quite soon, if that was the boss of the undead rainy area. So we'll be able to use all these excellent weapons, including that Royal Guard's. Well, what's it called? Because there's the Royal Guard and then there's the Black Royal Guard set. Oh no, so there's just it would be a Royal Broadsword or the Royal Guard sword, right? That was so the Royal Guard sword being the one with the most attack power. They're not quite as durable as the Royal ones, so I think generally where I can, I prefer the Royal ones over the Royal Guard ones because I think when you compare the durability, you're overall doing more damage with the Royal one, just not as fast. Oh, there's some metal crates in there which we could use for supplies. By which I mean smash open to get their supplies. You can't be struck by lightning if I smash you! It makes sense, I promise. 12 arrows there. Gotta get in a healthy supply of those too. And radar says no more chests. On to the rest area, I guess. Where there may or may not be a ferry waiting for us already. I'd like that. Aha! 2 off the bat. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Underground floor 6. I'm presuming something like... Yes, I know there's a chest nearby. Let's turn that off. I'm presuming there will be something like 20 floors to this. So I'm happy with that progress so far. Look at us go. And 2 ferries to get here. So maybe... maybe, I don't know. Let's just do our best, shall we? Just get as far as we can. We've managed to keep our damage to ourselves pretty minimal, much like we did in the middle trials for the longest time. I mean, the only thing we got hit by so far was we got struck by an arrow from one of the mounted archers, was it? I'm gonna creep up there. I just gotta be careful to not... I don't know, I'm gonna wait for them to come back down, because if I accidentally go through the portal, that'll suck. Oh, come down, please. I can't jump up to you. It would be a bad move. Oh, here we go. It's coming. It's flying down a bit. Ay. A little lower now, please. I mean, if I was a fairy, I'd fly that high all the time, too. I'd be very excited to be able to fly, but just for me, if you could be so kind this one time to fly a little lower. This is more tense than any of those boss fights. The stakes are incredibly dramatic here. Alright, I'm gonna creep around that side and try and... because it's sort of flowing a little lower now. Hey, thank you. You're very kind. Okay. Interesting, though. 2 off the bat. Very interesting. And hearty truffles. Now we have before us a conundrum. Because we could mix 2 of them, and that gives you, like, +2 hearts or whatever. Or we could make each of them individually for a full heart restore. But the thing is, because since my normal max is so lame, a full heart restore will not be worth that much, I wouldn't think. I'm gonna guess that in one of those, one of those chests over there is going to be part of the knight's set of armor. And I think we don't really need that much firewood. I'm not going to spend all the time gathering it this time like I always am doing. It's really just a waste. Your time and mine. But let's get looking in here and see what we can, what sort of weapons they've got for us. Flamebreaker boots, you say? Well, it's defense anyway. A knight's bow. Grand. And presumably have some kind of melee weapon in here. Ah, I can kick the chest and it doesn't hurt me toesy-woesies anymore. Ancient arrows. Never mind it. Then I'll be having that back. And a bit of flame guard as well. That's quite nice. To have this, even this, a little bit of fireproofing will be very useful for... I mean, I guess that probably means they're not going to do much many fire enemies in the next few maps, but... Nevertheless, the armor is great. A double axe, you say? Now, that's a little bit nicer than a woodcutter's axe. Let's get rid of the rusty broadsword. I like the spears more. And a 5 on a spear is worth more than 6 on a one-hander, I would think. Nice, 18. Alright, but we should probably blow all these up in case some acorns fall down. I guess that's not really going to be worth much. Oh, I didn't even catch the fish that were here. Yoink! With these and the iron shrooms, we'll be able to make a full defense buff. Oh no, there were no iron shrooms. My mistake. Question. Do we want to get a leaf in case we find some smart way to use it? I guess we can replace the rusty halberd. Okay, let's try for a leaf then. A tree branch. A leaf. I want a leaf. There you go. Away with you. Got all 3 trees. Heck yeah. I almost just left without making up some more food. That would be quite silly and sad. And once again, doing all these individually, it's probably not going to save us in the long run, but I hate to find out I was wrong at the worst time. I suppose we can make up this, the Lotus Seed for the 1 rank of speed boost, but chances are in another rest area we'll find a better one, so I think I'll hang on to it for the moment. And I'm thinking this may be controversial. Oh, we also get some speed from these though, so I guess we could mix 2, but even that just the 2 isn't enough for a 2nd tier speed boost, I don't think. So we'd probably want to wait until we have some more. I don't mind making up a mid-level defense buff though. I think that's fine. Yes. I think this might be controversial, but I'm going to make them both into 1 because my reasoning is if we ever get down to the point where we're at 3 hearts, we're going to want to be at a larger number of hearts rather than being able to heal, because the larger number of hearts will let us withstand at least 1 hit, which will be the thing we'll be needing to do at that point. I'll hang on to the 2 speed ones, and I suppose the attack ones as well until we get something better. Even 1 level of stealth is quite helpful, though, so I might go for the silent shroom. Sure, let's make that up. Knowing now what I know about there being multiple safe rooms, though, it makes sense to keep a few of these on hand for future safe rooms and any resources we find in the intermittent time. Very well. Let's see, what is this next area? I'm gonna guess, because they gave us Flamebreaker boots, that this is where we're gonna go in and it's all fiery and lava-y, which for certain enemies will be very useful. Bokoblins and moblins cannot withstand the lava. Lizolfos as usual, are the bane of my existence and absolutely can. So we're definitely in a hot area here. Oh, right, so our wood weapons catch fire immediately now, so we gotta use the metal ones. I see where they're going with this. Then I really could have used some more rusty ones, but that's alright anyway. At least we don't catch fire. Ah, that sucks also, because we won't be able to gain any materials this way, because they'll all catch fire the second they are out of, whatever box they're in. Yeah, this is exactly what I was expecting, honestly. Just a bunch of rocky stuff with, lava all around the sides. But fortunately, the enemy's here. Ah! Perfect! There's one of these! I'll be able to show you what I was talking about before, about how rusty, weapons have other uses. But let me get this thing out of the way so I can be focused on doing this. These things, I learned about them. I would, forget if I saw it on Twitter or something. Oh, shoot! Oh, okay. Well, it's on the ground there anyway. I think we're about to see if it sucks one of those up. It spits out a much shinier and nicer one. Ding! Ow! Oh, shit, they can spit them at you. I didn't realize that was a thing. God, so we really should have kept those rusty weapons around. Well, that's nothing we know for next time anyway. Okay, so that big explosive rock is pretty easy to get out of the way of. I'll just drop this here. Is that close enough? Yeah, there we go. If not on this one, the next one. Right, it's gonna spit it at us though, so I gotta be ready to jump out of the way. Huh! It's another soldier's one, is it? Oh, did it go off the edge? No, it's over here. Good. This looks like a nice big Aragorn sword, doesn't it? Well, anyway, you're easy to take out with bombs, so I won't waste any weapons on you. That would be silly. Bang! There's that. Interesting, interesting. So I'm expecting we are gonna probably reach a cold area sometime soon then, in this very... Ah, was this a rusty one up here? Oh, a cheeky thing. I could have gotten a good sword from here, probably. Well, I probably want it more than this thing. Do I? Are we gonna find another one of those? Really? Are we gonna? I'm gonna take the gamble that we are, because we've got like 6 of these anyway. Oh, that's weird. There's actual music happening here. Like Death Mountain music. Very strange indeed. Oh, I guess it's attached to the weather effect and not the actual area, in the same way that there's like cold-specific music that happens whenever you're cold. Doing okay here. I definitely took that sword right in the face, so that was not good. That was a big, broad, two-handed great sword as well. Of course, here come the Lizalfos. We've got some slightly tankier weapons to deal with them now. They're gonna see us off the bat. Are these ones that can survive in lava? Because not all of them can, but a great deal of them can. Oh, you don't want to do that. You want to go into the cliff is what you want. I've got to... Let's use something slightly less useful here, like this burning thing. You can use them a bit. No, that's one of the ones that can survive in lava. That's no good. So I shouldn't knock them off then. All I did was... I did a bad by doing that. But at least here, none of the other ones can see me, so I can wait till they climb back up. Oh no, don't tell me they're not going to get back up. I guess I don't see how they would. Oh no, what am I to do about this? Alright, well I guess I'll take out the other ones and try not to knock them off as best I can, and then I'll just throw bombs down at that one when I've got a moment. Don't. Okay, what's the smartest way to do this that doesn't knock you off the edge? Well, let's start with this weapon because it's not very good. I'm thinking when it's about to break, we don't want to use it because it'll smash and you'll go flying off. So let's now use, this. I meant to do a spinny. Thankfully you're an archer, so... Okay. That works there. Same strat should work for that one. As an archer, they're not likely to jump around too much. They sort of stay in place. Even though, for other reasons, them being archers is annoying. I could have gotten a stealth strike there if I had been a little smarter. But this works just as well for me. Nice. Now that other one, where have they gone off to? Are they still hiding back there? I don't see their health bar. Maybe they're just too far away. Oh, yeah, there we go. I should be able to do it with bombs, probably, right? I guess I don't have much of a choice. Some nice bows we're getting from this, though. This is a slope, so I can even roll the bomb down at them. I'm not sure what that noise is. Okay, this is working well enough. They regenerate so fast, though, so I gotta be really proactive in hitting them with these. In fact, it's going very slowly, and I think I'd rather just shoot them. Ooh, that did quite a bit. Oh, 2 headshots in a row. That was cool. Can we call that then? Very good. On to the next. That's 2 of what I hope are 4 or 5 of the fiery ones. So far, it hasn't been too debilitating, actually, the fire. Just means no using the wood. Well, you can use the... Again, you can use the wooden weapons, just they're going to be slowly breaking as you do that. Oh, okay. Some toasty mushrooms that are about to catch fire and be gone all the way around. Again, we're not getting any of their extra bones, boons there, so that's a bit of disappointing, but never mind it. Sorry, I know you probably... I made it sound like we were going to end this pretty quickly, but I didn't think I'd last this long on the final trials on a first attempt. So if this is still part of the middle trials episode, sorry about that. But if it's part of the final trials episode, then hell yeah, because that means we did it on our first try. But of course, that's still to be decided in my timeline. When you're seeing this, it'll already have been decided whether we finished it on this first try or not. Oh, I don't like this. There's Wizrobe there and there's Lizalfos there. Nowhere to hide. We can surely get keep out of the Lizalfos' sight while taking out the Wizrobe though, right? We've been able to do that before. And we've got some really powerful weapons on hand now. It doesn't look like there's going to be another one of those ones that refines the rusty ones. Shucks! That would have been really useful. I guess that means we can use this. I'm going to keep holding on to it, because what if there's one right at the end? Oh, I should be putting on the chest tracker, really, when I enter a new area. Okay, I'm going to creep over here, because I want this one to see me, and we can start a fight, but I don't want it to be anywhere where all those buns will see us. It looks like tier 3 moblins, and then Lizalfos, though, so it won't actually be awful. Okay. Headshot, somehow. Fire away, don't stop now, I guess. Oh, they're going to come over here. Wait, they started to, and then they stopped. Freeze time on you. I'm just gonna run over there. See about knocking you over. Ah, I almost got them with that second hit. Well, now that there's no water for them to hide in like what there was in that one with the Lizalfos, this is actually much easier. Oh, almost got them with that. Time for another headshot. Stasis, why not? There we go. Ooh, and I probably do want that for after we get out of this fireplace. Shall we drop Oh, well, this bone's almost broken. Let's get rid of that because I didn't want to use it to knock that other one off the cliff. So it still had the one hit on it. Is there anything useful we can do with it while we're over here? Nah, I think it'll be more trouble than it's worth to try and use it. This double axe though, it's quite durable, and 18 attack is not bad for something so damn near unbreakable. I'm gonna get up on top here, so we can approach this at our leisure and just see how many there are. So I see one Lizalfos, two Lizalfos, one Moblin who's got a sledgehammer. All of them seem so far to have melee weapons. And if it's just you three, that's not that bad. Those are both the fire Lizalfos, which I think are weaker than the tier 3 ones. I'm not sure there is such a thing as a red Lizalfos. Maybe that's the fire breath ones. Oh no, I guess there are red Lizalfos. I just don't have any. Interesting. Even if you don't find any, you can buy those logbook entries at some point, so it's not all bad. Is there any? Are there any explosive barrels in there? It doesn't look like. I guess you wouldn't want that in an area where everything catches fire. Is that sensible? So I guess it's gonna just take a bit of good old-fashioned brawling. This part is probably going to want to use some bullet time here because we've got a number of arrows and some really powerful bows. So I'm thinking we drop in there, maybe just try and take out one of those Alphos first. With some headshots, see how we can go with this. Well, I didn't really account for my stamina there. But I got one shot off. In fact, this bow is so powerful that I might even just try and take them all out all the way with it. This one hasn't called the alert yet because it's too busy panicking and getting shot in the face. Oh god, they're so fast. Right, that actually turned out quite well. The other ones don't even have an idea what's happening. Going for you now. Oh, bad. It's fine. I can just take you out before the... Oh, no. Bad, really bad. I made this up. No. I'm just gonna have to take a bit of fire damage here. I had to do that because I messed up the Moblin. Better that we're using the metal ones now, I know, because they're tougher. Wow, okay, that was quite messy, but we managed it anyway. And what that means is now it is very much time for bombs, actually, rather than wasting all of our weapons. So few as we have, and so limited as we are in when we're allowed to use them in this place. Or which ones we're allowed to use, rather. But of course, these moblins are weirdly impervious to the bombs sometimes. Oh, a bunch of stuff just burned. It was probably wooden weapons and food and stuff. If it was roasted food, it wouldn't have done much good anyway. There we go. Sledgehammers are also quite durable, so this is be a likable weapon to have. Unless we go into another thunder area, then these spears are going to be nicer than these ones anyway, so we may as well grab the these nice metal weapons we're getting here. There's a spear out here, right? Yep. It's going to be better than, in all respects, than this one, except for the fact that it can't, it will get us lightning struck, but that's not likely to happen anytime soon. I don't think they'll bring us back to a lightning area. That seems unlikely to me. So we should be good to use all of our metal weapons henceforth. Sorry, spear. That spear might even technically really be better than this rusty claymore, but I'm still holding up hope that we get it to refine it at some point. I know. It's a fool's hope. And that's probably us onto the boss of this place, right? Which is going to be, I'm not sure what, a giant lava talus or something? Oh, is that some... oh, it's a big knight shield I missed in the back there. Do you see that? Whoops. Blended in pretty well, or it was a Royal Guards one. Whatever, we're not breaking too many shields anyway. Nope, yet more sentries, but they can be knocked into the lava. They're not Lizalfos. Are any of them Lizalfos? That's what we want to know. Because if not, we can just go headshots and bring them all down, same ways as we did in the Water Palace. That one's got a wicked bow. Have they all got bows? No, that one's got a thing. Okay, only that one's got a bow, so your priority. And really, is that a chest just floating in the lava there? Whoa, interesting. Right. So I could go for some headshots to floor you, but that would knock you back, and that wouldn't be very helpful. So I'd either like to get behind you and do a headshot, or get behind you and grab some metal stuff and start dragging you around with it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. This is dumb. I'm gonna go flying up towards you like this. Headshot from the side. I didn't really have the intended effect, but I don't think they've made me just yet, so they're still confused, and I should be able to push them off with this. Off you get. Off now. No, don't go to the middle. Ah, I smashed on them. They were too strong. There's another one here. The chests can't break, so actually I should probably pull that out and use that in a moment here. Whoa, hey, whoa. No, this one's right at the far end. Come on. Off you get. Go off. Yeah, there we go. One down. I might be able to get this one the same way. Of course, I don't get their awesome weapons. In fact, is that a Royal Guards? I might want to just fight this one. It's a halberd anyway, which means it's one of the good ones. They only start becoming halberds once they're like soldiers or knights class, which is already in like 20 damage or something. What is this though? Before I hit someone with it, more ancient arrows. We've got 6 of those, right? Oh, you know what? Those are incredibly useful. They can one-shot any normal enemy that isn't like a boss. So. Oh yeah, that's a Royal Guards halberd, all right. Wouldn't want to lose that. I guess they melt when they go in the lava, right? So I'm just gonna have to melee fight you if I want that thing, which I definitely do. Oh, they're so fast, and that's gonna do so much damage, so it's gonna wreck my shields soon enough. Oh, they can do a swing. I didn't even know they could swing with those. Please don't hit the chest. I missed that first hit somehow, but okay. So let's hear 3 mob ones, so it's not even one of the horribly strong ones. Oh! Man, I really almost messed it up. Let's use not that spear. Let's use the flame spear, because I'm bad at using them otherwise. It's double the attack power. Come on, just finish you off with this Royal Guard spear. I'll have that, please. In favor of... Sure, I'll just drop this on the ground for now. We'll think about it more carefully when this is over with. What is this other one got? Nice big club or something. I can turn the camera even higher when I have this in my hand. Where did the other one go? Did they leave? It looked like they were coming down a moment ago. Oh, I hear them growling up here. I think they're afraid of what I'm doing here. Right, let's get up there. If they have a weapon we want, we don't want to knock them off into the abyss. / lava, which is not abyss. Sort of the opposite. It's very bright. It's a knight's claymore. It's nice. It's nice. We've got some nice weapons though already, and I'd rather not risk it because I took a bad hit to my shield even just with trying that one. So. Oh man, you can floor them with these. I didn't realize that. Floored them, I thought it just bumped them back a little. Oh dear. Okay, I might actually be fighting you by accident. Thankfully, you're easier to see what you're doing with a two-hander than with the pole arms. Or a great weapon than the pole arm. Ah, no, that's what we're gonna lose it anyway. Damn it. It was all for naught. Oh, that's not all. There's more. There are more foes around here. Oh, there's Liz also foes over there. Well, that's not so bad. Let's take them out before looting it, though, so I can be calm whilst doing so. Let me just drop this flame spear here and go use the sort of poorer one on them. So we get a chance to use it for something anyway. Right, I can get a stealth attack here, actually. So let's pull out a big, stupid two-hander. like this one that we're not going to use otherwise for much, especially as it's on fire. Yonk! Oh, it was a one-shot. Works for me. That was the right call, absolutely. And that's it. Now it's got to go to the boss, which is probably going to be one of the flaming rock taluses, right? Which we were much more equipped than the last time we fought a talus, I think, so should go all right. Is this is where we started, right? This block here? I think so. Yeah, I think I'm... I don't think they're going to give us another one of those refining things, so I'll ditch the rusty one at this point. It's good fruit refining, roasted food, rather, of all variety, not just fruit. Bunch of arrows. We've got tons of arrows now, and some really hardy and good, powerful bows. Archery is definitely going to be something we want to place a special emphasis on henceforth. We're still tracking treasure chests and it doesn't find anything, so I guess we're good to move out. Lava Talus, which is what I'm guessing is here because it's the only boss I can think of that can survive in a lava area. Here we come. Yep, that's what it is, alright. Interesting, there are some explosive walls around there. Is there anything else useful that we could find here? I didn't have any luck with using the metal things to actually fight the Talus before, so I think I'll just smash them, look for and get their resources. Like I was saying, archery will be very useful, and since it consistently knocks them over while you're not on them, it'll be even more useful if we just stay off them to just pepper them with arrows, since we have so many and our bows are really good. So I think archery is the way for this one. Are these air gusts? Oh, very useful. I don't know if our current level of fireproofing allows us to walk on the lava talus, or ignis talus, or whatever they're called, technically. But like I said, I'll try and prioritize archery. If nothing else, those updrafts will allow us to get the bullet time. Because this stuff here, even with the level 1 fireproofing, still hurts you if you stand on it too long. And it looks the same as the talus. So I assume without level 2 fireproofing, I don't get to walk on them. But I also don't know where their weak spot is, if it's on the top or their back. I'm not sure which would be easier, actually. Probably the top, because it'd be easier to hit that from anywhere with an arrow. Right, I've gotten all these updrafts open. Let's just roll a bomb over there and engage them from range, which normally I wouldn't like to do with a talus. I'd like to bug them with melee, but... Right, fine. I'll sail up a little closer. Get up, you. Where is your weak point? I don't think the arrows fizzle out at any point if you, Oh, I don't see the weak point. It must be on the back. Oh, actually, yeah, I think... Igneo Talus, that's what they're called, right. The updraft will be useful... Oh, no, okay, it's sort of on the back and sort of on the top, right. I think maybe when you hit them, do they stop being lava-y? I'm not sure. They're probably going to fall over anyway. So it's... Yeah, this should be easy to do with ranged capabilities, because they fall over every time you hit them when they're not on... when you're not on their back, so... Every time you hit them with an arrow, or ranged attack when they're not on the... oh god, that can turn that into a melee attack really fast, though. I thought they were still in their get-up animation. So you really don't want to be messing about with it. In fact, I probably want to be as close to an updraft as possible at all times, for dodging purposes and for bullet time purposes. Because that's useful, but also... If they throw something at us, I can just jump over it to dodge it, basically. Like I said before, I don't think I can actually really get on their back. Being able to do this means I can also interrupt their attacks, so I don't have to worry about quite as much about dodging if I'm constantly throwing... Whoa, how did that go through it? Oh my god, that was silly. If I'm landing constant hits on them. Alright, they fell that way in a direction that didn't really facilitate me hitting them, but it's fine. I think your arrows are maybe like have a bit more range when you're a bullet time as well, or something like that. Or maybe it's just because they fly at a normal speed, even though everything else is slowed down, so it looks like they're more accurate or fast or something. Whoops. Did you see him pulling out and put his hand in his pocket like, huh? Where'd my bow go? While I'm literally falling. Several meters a second. As if there's any need to not be literal about that. I'm gonna get up in the air fast, please. Thank you. Lucky I found these air vents and didn't just assume they were something else. Because being able to shoot them to make them fall over while you're not on their back is a very useful thing. No! Don't do that. That's what I was saying about using the air drift dodge is useful. I did just shoot them, so they're going to fall over here while I gain my stamina back, which is good. Using a lot of arrows on this, but I think it's worth it. And this bow just does not break. This is excellent. They're usually pretty generous with arrows in supply boxes and stuff, so... Or have been so far, so I can't really act as though we're not going to get more arrows in the future, and I should be we're saving them hard now. Oh, yep. Okay, you absolutely do catch fire if you walk on this one. So archery was the way for sure. Luckily we had so many arrows stored up. That means we're on to another rest area, hopefully meeting more fairies, maybe some more armor. Actually, the prospect of us beating this on first try is starting to look not terrible, although we're not doing great on hearts. So I won't be overconfident about that just yet. But with some decent armor, you know, it might not be so bad. Actually, if they gave us the fire one just before this, they're probably not going to give us the rest of the fire set, are they? They're probably going to give us, like, the ice one next for when we go into a cold place. Let's see. The way knows to go. 3 fairies! We're going to be up to 5. Excellent. As long as we are very careful and do not mess this up. Okay, now. Everyone's just shh. We're gonna be okay. It's gonna be alright. Nothing's gonna be happening to us. We're gonna get some fairies. Please come down at my level, bro. Oh, yes. Now you get it. Yes, thank you. And now we're going to... Oh, this one's flying over the teleport pad. Let's skirt around them to the one that's in the water, because they're going rather low at the moment. Yes, indeed. Oh, this one's also quite low. Go for this one now. Taking great care not to alert anyone. Man, this would suck if you had to do this with Joy-Con drift. I'm very lucky I was playing with a broken controller for this. If you didn't have Joy-Con drift, you would just sprint by accident. They would all see immediately this one over the water. I'm not going to go into the water because I'll slip and fall and make a big splash and everyone will know. But I shall in fact creep carefully up behind them as they go near this tree. They're just sniffing the tree bark. That's good for them to do. Very useful. Good for the air. Okay, good. Awesome. Let's get all these resources. Make up some meals. Pull out the new armor and weapons. That'll be good. What, are these sizzle-finned? Is that what they are? Nice. Interesting. That gives you heat proofing? Or no, boost resistance to the cold. Okay, so presumably they're gonna also... Ooh, hardy radish! I could have saved up, and then there'd be... well, whatever. Yeah, they're giving us peppers, they're giving us sizzle-fin, and they're probably gonna give us... this will probably be the snow quill shirt thing. Oh no! A Royal Guard shield to replace that one that I completely just biffed and left behind. This will probably be the snow quill armor. Stone Smasher! 42! And those are pretty durable too. I like these a lot. We were carrying one around for a while. Now, 42 and with a durable weapon. That's probably better than this. Of course, if we go into another lightning area, I'll be pretty toast. But really, actually, now that I think about it, we should ditch the Spiked Boko club for this. Because the one-hander club is nicer than that. And that's really the one we should be waiting, because I think I like it less than the Liz All Spear, although we don't know how much durability is left on this. So this has got to be the Snow Quill something or other, right? Oh no. Oh, they're going to bring us into the cold without... Oh no. We're going to need to... Oh no. I mean, with all these peppers and the sizzle-fin, surely it's cold that's coming up next, right? But we're not going to get any armor out of it. Or armor for that, so we're gonna be on a time limit, is what that means. Actually, what it means is that we're probably gonna lose our bonus hearts and we're gonna be glad that we have all these extra heart restores, because we're gonna be taking damage over time in the cold, which is what I was predicting a while ago was a possibility. Interesting. So, does it make the most sense to do a bunch of individual ones, or is it? I guess we don't know whether it's gonna be light or heavy cold. So we should prepare for it as though it's going to be heavy cold. In which case we should just make the max bonuses, I think. They last pretty long anyway, right? Yeah, 12 minutes. We should be able to... Oh, that was only low level though. Oh, shoot. Well then hopefully low level's all we need. Sizzlefin should get us to double level, right though? And that's for 10 minutes. So that should be enough for a little bit. I already made up the one stealth mushroom. Let's make another. Broom. Now, I don't know if we just got a new Fleet Lotus Seed or what, but we now have enough to make a level 2 bonus, which I can't remember if we did before, but I'm going to make it. I gather I could wait till the next one, which is what I'm going to do for the attack up thing, because I don't think we really need that right now. And I'll roast up each of these individual meat chunks. Crit! 5 fairies, though. That's quite good. What that means is even if we come up against a foe that does such an absurdly excruciating amount of damage that it would kill us from max hearts, we get 5 chances against them. 6 chances, really. I am going to not make up this radish now that I know that there are chances are we're going to find more health extendies in future safe rooms. Or the future safe room, because I'm assuming there are just the 3. So we'll hold off on using these 2 and hope that we get some similar items in the next safe room that we can use to make a more powerful boon than what we have. We've got tons of things that just do health as it stands, though, so if we do start dying of the cold, we'll not die fast. Right. Now, just before I leave, is there anything else I could swap out for this wooden club? Anything that I think is worse? Technically, the club has got more damage than the sledgehammer, but I think the sledgehammer's more durability. I'm really bad at using the meteor rod, but... Ooh! You know what we can do that for? That gives us a bit of warmth off the bat, which is excellent. So if we can, while we're holding that, we survive at least in low-level cold, I think. Shall we press on now? Let me just check this tree. There hasn't been anything in this big tree in the other ones, but... That would be a bad time to find out that I missed something. Well, I wouldn't find it out, even. That's the worst part. I'll swap to the better Rusty Shield, but I'll keep the Rusty Shield on, because... having it break in the middle of a combo attack that an enemy's doing on you is no fun. But even still, this Rusty old thing is doing us well enough. Right, onward. We're going to be in a cold area, so we're going to have to... I think we're going to be in a cold area, so we're going to need to be careful to be quick about not lollygagging about. But if this meteor rod keeps me warm, it does. So that might mean this is not horribly cold. Let's figure it out. What's the temperature? Does it say? 26 Fahrenheit. So that's the light degree of cold. So we only need 1 bump. We could use the low level one in this. It might be that it gets worse as it goes on. I suppose we're gonna want to eat this the second we take this meteor rod off, but we don't need to take it off. We can take the talus out at least with this one easily enough. Not those bokoblins though. We're gonna want to equip some real weapons for fighting them, I think. Bang. See ya. And I might even just shoot this one with an arrow just to not mess around here. We'll do it with the weak one because these things don't have tons of health. Oh, and it froze them off the bat. Did it not freeze that other one and it just doesn't care at all? Wow, that's perfect. That other one's just like, yeah, this is fine. This is normal. I could rush in there for a crit on them, but I think I want to do this a little smarter. Now, one thing that's excellent about this is that we have a high ground. A round high ground, no less. We can roll balls down at them, and I don't think any of them have a bow. Now, what is this here? Can I melt it just by standing next to it with the meteor rod? I absolutely can, so I will. And there is a chest somewhere in this room. If there are only 4 biomes, then we're on the 3rd of 4. This is looking good. This is looking good. I don't want to jinx it, but this is looking great. I like that this one is really very much a test of the elements. This is cool. This is chest, the one in fact, tracking, in fact. What may be in it? What would be really cool is if it was a bit of warmth armor, so I didn't have to keep this meteor rod on. Bomb arrows! Actually, that's better, because I've always got that 12-minute warmth boost anyway. Right, I'm gonna give a try at just throwing bombs down at them. Since I don't have a time pressure on now, I may as well make the best of it. I think it's gonna be too slow to be really practical, because they're gonna regenerate it before I get the bomb down to them again. Yeah, see that? Okay, right. Archery it is then, to start it off. I have 6 ancient arrows, and how often am I really going to use them? I guess it would be good to have them for tougher bosses up ahead, actually. But I could just, no, you know what the right thing to do is to take the silver one out with one. I really don't want to miss those, so let's do this in bullet time. That wasn't bullet time. It doesn't matter what weapon we do it with because it one-shots any of these vehicles, so it doesn't need to be, with a powerful weapon. But let's equip a better one now, and let's equip something more suited for hand-to-hand here. And I suppose we just try and hand-to-hand the rest of them, and I'll eat my peppers now. 12 minutes it gives us, so that should be good. Okay, so you got a spear, so you're going to be pretty nimble. Oh, the other one does have a bow, actually. It's fine, even though there's a low-tier bokoblin, so I should be able to manage them without too much trouble. And then Archer's not going to come over here, so if I can lure this one over the mountain, it will stop being a problem. Okay. Just going to keep poking you one at a time here. I think this worked well with the robots, and it's going to work well with you. Staggers you out of everything you're doing. Okay. Onto the club now, which I really should have been using already. Use this at the same time as the shield. So I should. I'm going to spin to get you on the ground. Oh, damn! That wasn't good. Oh, man. What kind of bow do they have? Oh, I don't want to use these arrows for that. Right, I don't need to use any arrows at all, though. I may as well use the bombs on you. God, that hurt a lot. It's only a bokobo, it's not even a dragon bone one. So how did that happen? Oh, excellent. Okay. We have a cooking pot here, and What's more, there are some non-burned materials in here, which is good. Okay, I gotta remember, you don't get up as fast as the silver one, so I have to wait a bit before knocking you over again. Are those royal weapons I see? There's a royal halberd. Oh, sweet. Oh, I did that bad. Gonna hide behind this, so I don't get hit with another one of those, because it sucked. I would not care for a repeat performance. They've dropped their bow, that's good. Come on, you. Oh, blocked by the tree. They're going for one of the halberds. Not today, I don't think. Or spears. Alright. Very good, very good. I can't really stick around, so I better think fast about what I want to do with all this stuff. Let's grab the food anyway. So that's a mighty banana, so I could make a decent strength bump now, but I think I'm going to wait till the next safe room, just that we don't take the time doing it. I definitely want this Royal Guard spear, because as I said before, I love Royal Stunt one, not Royal Guards one. I prefer them greatly to the Royal Guards one, because they're much more durable. What's this other spear? Dragon Bone Moblin Spear, that's quite good. Probably won't that over one of these things here, because it'll be it's a similar attack power, but it goes much faster. Firewood here. What's this? The bow they dropped, right. Yeah, it was only 12. So, hit with a normal arrow. 12 should be divided by 4 is 3 hearts, right? But it was like 6. I guess they get extra damage. But even with our 6 defense. Well, anyway, we're pretty squishy now, is what that means. Some more heart extendies can't come soon enough. In fact, really, it might be smart to do this one just to fill that little 3/4 hearts. But I'm gonna be brave and not do that. Brave, sometimes red stupid. Gonna really briefly look around if there's anything else useful and then head on so that we don't waste too much time on our cold resistance. They like to do this thing where they don't always just do it bokoblins though, which I appreciate a lot. Sometimes it'll be like bokoblins this floor and then some choo-choos and keys on the next floor, which are much easier to deal with, in my opinion. As long as we don't have any stupid Zolfos, although I guess it's a lost cause. They're definitely gonna at some point. Right, onward we go. Trees are taller here. That might be of some use for bullet timing and for knocking them over. Oh dear. It's a fortress. Okay, what kind of Lizalfos are you counted as? Ice Breath. Right, so they're comparable in power to the Fire Breath ones we have to assume, which is not too bad. I'm gonna get rid of you bunch first. With an arrow. That one's resistant to the ice explosion, so it doesn't care about that. I don't have too much time to spend... Oh, there's a gold moblin up there. Ah, shucks. Well, I've got good weapons to deal with it, so we shouldn't be so afraid. I'm going to go for a headshot on you and then just try and melee you as I get up there. Do that to knock you over, but then just do this to... Oh, like, why did they try to do a stealth attack? Come on, game. Alright, and the Ice Breath is bad because it can freeze you, Dodoy, but compared to the Fire Breath, I mean, the Fire Breath you can still run through. Oh, I just heard one of the bokoblins notice me. Let's hope they don't have a bow. Because I'm going to lose my fairy about now, if so. But I'm able to melee this one well enough. Okay, the bokoblin, if it does have a bow, doesn't have a shot on me anyway. Got it, okay. That was only with one that was deals 15, and this one's even better. That's on the floor here. So I'll swap it out for that one. Actually, let's keep going with this one until it breaks, because it's almost definitely going to. As far as melting these, we have fire arrows, which will make it go much faster than standing next to it with the... Oh, whatever. Let's just carry on and fight them all before we loot all those things, even though they could be useful in the fight. I think I'm going to use another ancient arrow on that golden moblin, probably. Otherwise, we're going to lose so many weapons on it. Right. I'd rather not fight you on the stairs if I can help it. Let's get down to the rest of the floor, shall we? And I'll swap this for a better shield. Come on, let's take this somewhere more interesting. Let's take this outside. Right, and I said I want to just do little pokes with it here and there with this. That's the more efficient way to do it. Alright, we'll swap this. We've put off using this club for so long. Alright, so there's one where we want to be careful about that, because I wasn't able to stagger them out of that, even though I thought I should be able to. I think lightning will be useful here. I can make you drop your weapon. That's mine now, thanks. There we go. God, electrocution is a brutal way to take that out. Oh, what's with the... Oh, it was just my sword recharging. I thought there was someone else charging up a lightning strike. So the Fort Lizal Sphere is 18, which is quite good. We've got some better spears, but... Do I have that in the book? Yeah, it's fine. That's pretty damn good. Right, now, if this is the third one, I suppose we're not going to need too much more time with the ice resistance, or the cold resistance, so we can take our time. I think we should take our time looting this one because there's a lot of stuff frozen around the sides. And this other boom we have gives us 10 minutes. So even if we run this one all the way out, it won't be so bad. So let me just see what other monsters are around here before I go wasting the... Oh, okay. Someone else just noticed me, but I might be able to stealth attack this one. It's only a blue one after all. Actually, the bows we have now are powerful that a headshot might even just do it. There you go. Oh, and more royal weapons. Oh, we're really getting into the good times here. I won't pick them up just yet. Stealth attack on you could be a one-shot, though, if I don't screw it up. Okay. I'll try and not attack the attention of... I won't do the finisher blow. I'll try to not attack the attention of the gold moblin up there with this fight we're doing. So I'm sort of just bullying it down the stairs. Get down there. Right. The gold moblin seems none the wiser. I say it's ancient arrow time. I want to make sure it's not going to move around, though, so I'm going to run right up into its chest to do this. Bang! It unfortunately evaporates its weapons as well, but... There you go, anyway. So as not to use our fire arrows, I'll try and melt those things with the meteor rods. This is not made of metal. Man, can't wait for the next safe room. We'll have like 8 fairies. We'll be able to sustain like 8 attacks. That's more than we'll have ever been able to with this challenge, basically. It's actually a really interesting, almost like a thought experiment that these should be... When doing it with the challenge I'm doing, they get easier the harder they're supposed to be. Is how it feels anyway. I mean, when you think about it, the first one, we didn't even get to the safe area the first few... Or we got the safe area the first time we tried, but... I mean, overall, it took us something like 10 tries, which doesn't sound like many, but when you consider how long the tries take, it ended up being about 6 hours or so. But that second one only took us about 2 hours, and this one, we've only been going for about like an hour and a half on it, I think. And we're getting pretty far. And obviously, since it's longer, you'd think it would take longer anyway. This is taking a really long time to melt this, isn't it? I think it's worth it to keep the fire arrows, though. We can eat another cold resistance thing for the 10 minutes in a bit here. And even if we do start dying of hypothermia, we've only got the 1 1/4 extra hearts here, so that's not going to save us from too much anyway. Next hit we'll probably take a fairy anyway, so... Especially as I didn't save up any of the defense things. We only have some very low-level defense things. Oh no, we've got a medium one, so that's not bad. Good to know. It's only 2 minutes 30 though, so it's going to be very much a one-fight kind of thing. At least we know there aren't any enemies encased in these because, well, they wouldn't let us open to the portal to the next one if there were still enemies. If there isn't anything in this, I'm going to be rather disappointed. I've wasted a lot of time melting it. It actually doesn't look like there's anything in here, does it? Oh, an updraft! Interesting, that would have been useful during the fight. So presumably that's what that other one, big one is, but this smaller one here... Same thing? I doubt it. In fact, I think I can see a chest. Oh yeah, of course there's a chest in here. Look where my tracker's pointing. It'd be a shame to leave that Liz All Spear there behind. If they're 18, then they're almost definitely way better than these. Or, well yeah, they're better than this anyway. But... A sledgehammer. You can't put numbers to the durability, unfortunately, without going on the wiki, I guess. So I don't know how much more durable the sledgehammer is than that soldier's claymore. But it might be reaching a point where the damage output from the sledgehammer isn't really worth keeping. I think that I may be at that point emotionally, so I think I'll grab that in place of the sledgehammer. Is that a non-frozen mushroom? I guess it's not cold enough to freeze. Just doing that before I forget. And do the sledgehammer thing before I forget also, because I'm prone to forgetting things. That said, now there's the double axe, which is the same attack power as these, but has way less durability because we've used it a bunch already. And we haven't used the sledgehammer at all. So maybe the sledgehammer... In terms of total damage it will be able to do with their durability has left, maybe the sledgehammer would be better. I'm going to keep the double axe, though, because we're getting a lot of... Oh, more ancient arrows. Okay, we should not be shy with them at all. We've got 7 now, and we're in the second last biome if my guesses are all correct. Well, they're certainly not all correct, but if my relevant guesses are correct. Is that a bundle of arrows there? A bundle of ice arrows, looks like to me. So we shouldn't be shy with these ancient arrows, especially in areas where they're just going to throw a bunch of gold and silver bokoblins at us. Or whatevers. I think I probably want to be careful with them until I know what the last biome is, though, because if the last biome is anything like the last biome of last time, it's going to be a hell of a lot of fights with not a lot of hiding that you can do. So if the last, like, biome is just, like, enemy wave after enemy wave after enemy wave, that's, like, the theme of the biome, we're going to want to save our ancient arrows for that, for sure. But they also do decent... I mean, they do decent damage on any boss you use them on, but it's not the same as... It's not nearly as useful when you consider that it's like it does about twice as much or 3 times as much damage as a normal arrow compared to one-shotting a weaker enemy. Using them on bosses I don't find nearly as desirable an idea. Right now, what I was just saying about going ham with them, what is that? What is that? It's just a bit of rubble. Okay, I thought it was like a giant dragon head in the snow. What I was just saying about using those ancient arrows and not being shy about it may come into play very soon here because I saw a silver moblin just then and I don't really feel like taking one on. What else is there here? Oh, a whiz robe. Oh, well, these are easy to take out. If you just do the right arrow kind. Nope. Don't do that. Well, if it's just a silver one. Oh, no, but there's a gold bokoblin as well. We don't want to deal with all that. Oh, shit, I left a bunch of the royal weapons in that base we just left. Ah! That was dumb. Okay, at least there are a bunch over here. Damn, I just remember. I felt like I was forgetting something, but I couldn't see it. Okay, I want to shoot you with this as well, obviously. Oh, you were closer than I thought. I didn't have to arc that quite as much. All right, they're grabbing their weapons now because I scared them. But all right, it's not terrible that we left all those royal weapons behind because there are still plenty over here. And these being tier 3 bokoblins should be easy enough to take out with the spears. Easier if I could lure one off by themselves. Mouse, you're gonna need to go away from me because I'm gonna start twitching my arm and wreck the recording. Okay, on. Let me get off of ancient arrows. This bow's almost gone, but we've got tons more. They're very hardy, the metal bows. Right, I don't suppose I'll be able to pull any stealth because they're kind of facing each other, aren't they? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot an arrow into that box there, and then maybe this will allow me a bit of stealth. Oh, this would be a good time to eat the stealth thing. I'm going to be jumping right by a fire in a moment anyway, so if I can at least get one of them gone by stealth, then I can eat the cold resistance right after. Let's grab our... I guess this will be good for the stealth. Come on, just one sneak strike. Ah! It wasn't worth it. Okay, I tried anyway. I think it was worth the try. I'll eat the other spicy thing now then. So we're not taking hypothermia damage mid-fight. And now just time for a good old-fashioned brawl, I guess. Neither of them have any ranged weapons, so... Flurry rushes are totally possible and very effective considering these things don't have tons of health compared to these weapons we've got. Oh dear. Oh! No! Oh dear. Oh my gosh. Fighting two at once though is never good. Alright, I broke that spear and I grabbed their sword from them. I'm just going to whack them with it before I swap with anything else. Okay, now that it's just 1v1, I'm a little more calm. Use this other spear. No, let's use this stupid thing. Get rid of it because they don't have a shield. So this should be easy to combo them with. Yonk! And this will throw them up in the air, give us some time to do a few more hits. Oh, knock them away, which is not what I meant to do. Yonk! There we go. Right, and we're gonna want to get rid of this and this probably to get all these new good weapons. Oh, sweet, that went pretty well, that one. How many? We've got 5 ancient arrows left then? That's 5 free enemy takedowns. But we've got to be we're probably getting close to the end of the ice biome now. Only 1 or 2 more battles, I would guess. Oh, wow, look at all the arrows and stuff they're flying around. No treasure chest in this place, so I don't suppose we're going to find any ancient arrows. I mean, I guess they could be in boxes, but so far they've liked to put them in chests. No, Blizzard Rod, that could probably be pretty good, couldn't it? I definitely like doing ice stuff. Partially for aesthetics and partially for holding enemy in place is very useful. There's some weapons still leaning up against there, and there's this nice Royal Claymore, which is a beautiful weapon. I love it a lot. I suppose we're getting rid of... This thing is no longer one of our more powerful ones. We've got a lot of two-handers, which I don't care for too much, and this might be controversial, but well, the utility of the Frostblade is so much so that I'm thinking that even though it's not quite as good as any of our other two-handers, it might be worth keeping. I'm starting to think, as much as I always like to keep a Korra Cleave around on me for shenanigans, that so far I haven't been able to pull too many shenanigans with it. And we're getting such powerful weapons here that I think even a few more powerful weapons would help us just decimate some combat encounters rather than try and pull them sneaky. I think we're gonna start going loud more often the farther we get along this. Knight's Halberd, how good is that? Well, that actually is not quite as good as some of the other weapons that we've been getting here. And we're full on bows. Time to drop this one that's about to break, I think. And I guess we'll use one of these 24 ones for the moment. Because I dropped both of these, and the Knight's... This is better than the Knight's Halberd. Is it? Well, Knight's Halberd's 13, and it's a pole arm, so there's that. I think that club there is better than... is the best item of the bunch that we all have, all here. So I'll ditch the double axe for this, then. Even though I just dropped that one. And we'll go to this spear, because I'm still preferring to use spears where possible. I'd like to use the two-handers as little as possible. Almost definitely for opening a fight, I'd like to use the spear until it's at a point where I know I've got the advantage. No, I don't see much that looks to be of use. We haven't looted those barrels yet, and I get we're running out of time, but we're As I say, I'm pretty sure we're near to the end of the ice one, so 7 minutes should be enough to loot a bit here and then somewhere else. Oh wow, some broken statues. Well, they're not real. It's all a realm of an illusory mystery or whatever. All built from my own memories, I presume. Because it's all stuff that Link has seen before. So, let's blow these up. Hopefully some ancient arrows come flying out. Nah, but I'll take some normal ones. Ooh, 10 normal ones. Off we go then. Where's that teleport pad? Let's do this. I could do with a boss fight being around here. I guess it'll be an ice talus? I'm not sure what other ice boss there could be. Yeah, there we go. So, these are going to be updrafts just like before, I reckon. So I'm going to get rid of them with the... Well, we don't really need to get rid of them fast, because we've got the 7 minutes. I think 7 minutes will be enough to melt it with the spear, because this will be the last ice one. Actually, I'm getting kind of nervous. Let's do it with fire arrows about our time. It wasn't exactly a quick moving... Oh, what I should really do is... do I still have that torch? No, of course not. I would have just that a long time ago. Do it with fire arrows then. And you can... This one you can actually get rid of the ice surrounding them so that you can land on them if you melt the ice around them with some kind of fire, but I'm thinking I'd rather not. I'm thinking I would much prefer doing the archery whip method as we did before so that we don't risk getting hit by any melee attacks. Alright, you want to get that fire arrow right at the base of it where you can. Good, okay. Oh, did I just catch fire? Oh, what a moron. Well, time to eat this, I guess. I stood in my own fire. What am I like? Even the fireproofing didn't save me. Alright, I say we put on our strongest bow, go ham with normal arrows. Its weak point is unfortunately not exposed off the bat, so I'll just fire an arrow at it to wake it up. Oh, did that not do it, really? Bomb then. Have it your own way. Kablamo. Okay, I'll just go do it myself then. Since we're being so silly. Wake up! Thank you. Okay. Let's shot at that one. It's sort of in the same spot as it was on the other one. Okay, we want to get into the air quickly to make this as easy as possible. It's a little farther away than I'd like, but I don't really feel comfortable giving it the time to draw near. Fire a few shots at it from the ground while my stamina recharges. Be ready to fire another one. Just right again. This took us about 40 arrows last time, so we have enough to do it. But, you know, not comfortably and all. No, we don't really do much of this comfortably, this whole challenge. Oh, right, no, okay. When it's on the ground, I should be also on the ground shooting it, so my stamina has time to recharge before I, go back up in the air again. It's definitely one of those slow and steady times. I think it's wheeling up to throw one at me. I don't know if I can interrupt that with by shooting it. Yes, I can. If it was, in fact, it was in fact what it was doing. Oh man, it was standing still, and I still couldn't get it in time. Whoa, that's not where I meant to aim that. Sorry. I ran my stamina to a minimum there, but it's about to be back up anyway. Could I find a smarter way to do this? Absolutely I could. Do I care to think about that right now? No, I do not. I care about doing dumb and repeatable. That's the method I'm preferring right now. Simple and repeatable. Really lucky actually that I melted the big one in that base, so I learned that these are also again the updrafts. Because otherwise I might not have tried the same trick. I'm getting really nervous about what this last biome is. It's just going to be hell battles over and over. Huge guardians everywhere and stuff. I mean, if it's just guardians, stalkers, and air ones, that's not necessarily as difficult as, like a bunch of moblins and stuff. Because they can swarm you, whereas the guardians, you can sort of, I mean, especially if you're taking out the legs, you can put them on the defensive pretty easily, is my impression of it anyway. Okay, we've got 3 minutes to loot this place. There's no chest, though, so I guess there's not anything really we're going to find here. So let me just check over the crest of this hill in case there's one more. Something I'm missing. Just a sword lying around or something. Nah, I don't think so. Very good. We survived the cold. What's our last biome? If there are indeed 4, which I'm figuring there will be because we've gone one more each time. Oh, shoot! Nope, there's more. Oh, bugger, there's a Lionel in here. Okay, well, we have practice with fighting these. It's not the worst. I will just stasis you, though, so I get a moment to start this off. Okay, yeah. Don't have any of the gear I would normally like when fighting a Lionel, but we're practiced. We're old hands with fighting these. Let's pull out this big one for mounting. No, mount, please! So I can do as much damage as I can. It's going to shake me off here. I'm going to get shot back in the head. Oh, I wasn't fast enough. Okay, that's fine. No, we don't want this weapon. It's a waste of that. Let's pull out. Let's get the spear. Nope. Pull out the shield for the moment, though, please, if you would. That was another time where it didn't pull out the shield. I'm just trying to think. Is there anything else I should equip? No, we're still in the cold, so I can't de-equip the cold resistance. All right. I was trying to go for shield, please. Oh my God. Is there any reason? Well, I guess because I might have wanted the bow out, but. No! No! Funky cold Medina. Why am I screwing up these now? We used to be so capable at fighting these. I guess I'm not, this is stupid. Why? Okay, let's just go with our hardest weapons then, because clearly I'm not in my right, Oh, you can do these with, ancient arrows. What am I doing? Oh, idiot. I could have kept those 2 fairies. Yeah, it's fine. There'll be more in the next room. Oh, if only I had thought of that sooner. Damn it. Damn it! Alright, we better start putting on the better shields, because we're getting towards the end here, so... We don't need to go for preservation, we need to go for preservation of us, not our gear. God, why did I forget that you can... Ah, that's silly. I'm not too worried now, because we only took the 2 fairies off it. Pride be damned there, I could have looked cooler if I'd just fought it and taken it out, but... Absolutely not. Not at this... We don't come this far and then start messing around. If there are 3 fairies in this next one, though, well, this rest area, if there is a rest area, which I hope there is another rest area. I mean, it makes sense that it'd be a rest area, because we only got pants the first time, and this time we got pants and a shirt, so hopefully, no, in the second one we got pants and a shirt. Wait, no, we didn't get any armor the first time, did we? Well, I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I hope there's a hood coming our way, and another rest area with more fairies in it, at which point we'll be able to get up to more than, probably, if it's 3 again, then we'll be up to 6, which won't be that bad. Would have been nice to be at 8, but... there's a chest here, good. Definitely gonna want that. Oh, there's a weapon over there. Man, I think if it had spawned me far enough away that the Lionel didn't notice me immediately, I might have put some thought to it and realized I could use the ancient arrow. But since it was right there, I was like, oh, we gotta fight this now. I gotta get the upper hand. So I didn't think that one through. If we die after that, I'm almost positive it'll be because of that. Now, what is this? Oh, it's a Lionel spear, a savage one. Those are very, very fierce items. Now we want to get rid of you, I think. A spear with 30. And they're durable as heck, too. Oh, marvelous. Is there another? Surely they wouldn't just have the 1 weapon. Ah! It's going to be a Lionel, is it a Lionel one-hander? Looks to be to me. I hope it's not a crusher. Ah, no, they had a one-hander, and I would have gotten it if I hadn't used the ancient arrow on them. Well, that's my prerogative anyway. Yeah, 78, though. I mean, and if it was question marks, that means I don't have it in the book. Let's get that. Because there are only specific ones that spawn with the great handers, the great weapons in the overworld, and I haven't fought one of them yet. Right, what do we get? What 2-hander are we getting rid of for this? I think the Dragonbone Bat, because the wooden ones are not quite as hardy as one would want. Right, onward then. No more chests, does it read? So to our final biome, our final few battles. It's been averaging around 4 or 5 battles per biome, right? We've done 3 biomes, and that was how many battles? We're about to find out when it tells us what floor it is. Oh, there are no fairies here. Shoot. Floor 18, so subtract the 3 rest areas that we've been to so far, including this one. That's 15, so it's been averaging 5 per. Right, I hope it's not continuing to be cold out there, but I'm not going to waste the time. I'm not going to rush this whole gearing up sequence in 50 seconds, that's for sure, so... It doesn't really matter if it's cold up ahead, I guess, in that vein. We're getting into a lot of royal weaponry here. I would have had way more if I'd looted those ones that were all over that base, but I forgot. So that's that. I don't know why I'm sneaking around here. Oh, right, because I'm thinking about fairies. I'm thinking maybe I'm just missing it again like an idiot, in which case I want to be very careful not to do so. But I don't think I see one around here. Damn! So we only got 3 for the remainder of it, but the 5 carried us this far, then 3 should carry us 1 more biome. Right, it's time to get rid of our one-handers, I think. I think I'm gonna get rid of the meteor rod in favor of this. Aye, my knuckles! Blizzard Rod's got some good, because I'm expecting we're not gonna be too elemental in our, in this last one. I'm thinking it's gonna be like a very bare bones, basic, just lots of difficult enemies are you about to fight in these last few, rooms. If they do like 3 Lionels at once, I'm gonna be so done. There probably is gonna be a gold Lionel up ahead, I would guess. Which are bad at the best of times. Actually, now that I think about it, I've never even fought one. Oh my god, Hardy Bass! Yes, because these are the best thing. If we mix that with... I think mixing that with the radish is the best call. Well... No, I think we better go for the hardest one. I think the Hardy Bass give you like 5 or something. So with this plus this, it'll be plus 16. So we'll be up at 19 hearts. Since they give you a fair sum by themselves, part of me is like, if we made them each individually, then we could make several packets that would survive maybe one lighter hit. But I don't think we're going to be suffering many lighter hits in as up ahead, do you? So we better not do that. Sorry, what did we get from those chests? We got the nice new bow. And this broadsword, but what was the other thing? It was a shield, wasn't it? Right, so we didn't actually get more armor from that, unfortunately.
Yep.
But then you wouldn't be able to see Link's lovely, lovely face, so I guess we should be thankful we didn't get any more armor. Or any head armor.
Yep.
Bang. What did I just see there? Oh, it was an arrow falling out of one of the boxes, I guess. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, we're going to be able to craft all kinds of buffs up ahead here. They're not giving us any indication of, there being any kind of elemental hazards ahead. No lightning, no fire, no thunder, which is what we had all 3 of so far in this place. So presumably it's just going to be a difficult battle, which is why they're giving us all this health and defense stuff. Here's the meteor rod I ditched. Come on now. I've never been good at speaking, but now's not the time to start messing it up. I'm going to go for the max heart bonus we get from these. 16 I think it's going to be. Plus 9? Oh, apparently they don't give you nearly as much as I thought. How does that work? Because the Hardy Radish gives 1. So that means between the 3 of those, they gave 8? Maybe the Hardy Radish doesn't give 1. No, it gives 2. So between the 3 of those, they give 7? Wait, how does that... I don't understand. Nevertheless, 9 isn't bad. That'll sustain us for probably 1 more hit from a pretty decently powerful foe. If we also stack on a defense buff, which we have some nice ones. This is presumably the last... rest spot, though, so there's no use in holding back on these ones. Oh, I should have made that into into 2 separate ones. As for speedy stuff, I think we've only just got these 2, so we'll make them up. Again, those are only going to be a 1 bonus, so I should have made them individually. Not so for this attack buff. I want the max one from that. Yes, please. And this. Just get 1 little one, and I'll make the rest up of it individually. Again, not supposing that we're actually going to be able to get any use of it, but... this is not the time to be lazy about it. I figured there would be more fairies here, not fewer. But I guess it makes sense. I mean, they gave us 6 overall. That's pretty nice. Or, no, it's just 5 in this one. Excellent. We've reached 3 pages of food. Let's hope it is worth something in the end. We got 1 double defense, 1 single defense buff. And 1 triple attack and 1 mild attack. And a whole bunch of stamina stuff. And the heart extendy. Does it make sense to eat this first? Yes. There's no point in losing the fairies this early. Because whatever, the weaker thing is going to come first, whatever it is. So this will help us more now than it will on the last arena battle we do here. My god, the last arena is just going to be like 6 Hinoxes and like 5 gold Lionels. What they might do, actually maybe what this biome's theme will be is just all bosses. So it'll just be like Hinox, then Talus, then Hinox, then Lionel or something like that. In which case we want to save our ancient arrows all for the Lionels. We got 4 for the remaining 4 or 5 rooms is what I presume there are. Last minute check, make sure we're not leaving anything behind. Off we go. Really wasn't expecting to get this on the first try, so I'm still kind of doubtful, but... yep, it's going to be a normal one. Are those potentially big guardians, or are they just decayed ones? Because just a bunch of decayed ones, that's not that bad. Well, unless, I guess, they all wake up at once. That would be bad. Oh man, you can tell that we're in a bad way because the plinker isn't, the tracker isn't making any noise. That means we're close to enemies. Alright, the question is, did they all wake up at the same time? Which point I will have a very hard time hiding unless I take one of them out quickly. What kind of bow have I got on? I'm gonna want the strongest one for this, I reckon. I think they're all gonna get up at the same time when I get near one of them. Oh no, are they gonna make me go to the middle? And then they're all gonna wake up when I get there? Please just wake up now. Wake up! Aw, man. And I'm pretty sure you can only use stasis. Oh, okay, never mind. It did decide that it's waking up now. Oh, okay. Sorry. Didn't realize that was what was going on here. Oh, the bow is way better here, actually. It would be much more efficient to just do it this way. Get a bunch of eye shots with this. Good bow, because it's also quite durable. And we've got tons of arrows. Okay, so you can wake it up by doing the stasis. Ah, I didn't mean to shoot that there. That's news to me. I was just kind of messing around, actually. I was going to say, I think stasis it only works on the ones that are about to wake up, so none of these are all real ones. So it looks like I assume they would wake up if I went into the middle. So let's see if we can wake them up individually, like I just did with stasis. And each of them one by one. Man, if that really is the way I woke them up, then that's extremely lucky. Yeah, it seems to be that's what wakes them up. Man, I was doing that as a joke. I did it as a bit, and it let us survive. Please look this way. Oh, there you go. Make some noise. Look over here. Look at me. Let's see if I get your eye. Ah, I missed the eye. Maybe I'll turn this way now. Oh, really? I should have the short-range attack buff on this one. The weaker one. Just to make a few of these arrows more useful. So that we're not wasting the bow on them, basically. Oh, it was already dead. I didn't need to fire that last one. Man, I'm doing a lot of extraneous shots here. I'm getting nervous. Where did that arrow go? I very much need it. It appears to be gone forever. Okay, good. I should have used the attack buff right when I was starting a new one, actually, because I'm not going to be able to get... Oh, did they all wake up? No, just this one, I guess. That's fine. I can hit you in the eye from here. Don't think I can't. The range at which you can hit it is pretty kind. Alright, we still managed to use our attack buff from that, so that I reckon that saved us arrows and our bit of our bow. We're obviously not going to have enough... I'm using a lot of arrows on this. Actually, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to start going off with some melee attacks. We have many more melee weapons than arrows at this point. Yep, I'm going to run into that one. Well, trick is, that one can see me quite well. Perhaps it would be better to go for a shield bump with this. It's not good for our health. If I miss one, then we won't. How about that? But with a good shield like this, the chances are better. And it one-shots them. Okay, so that's not bad. It doesn't one-shot the stalkers. Oh, okay, so they're just waking up one after the other. I see. Then this is probably the right way. Oh, never mind. That one's decided. Okay, so I'll get behind this tree and try and take you out the same way so we don't waste too many arrows. Right? Got that. The farther away they are, the more time you really have to kind of time it. I almost laughed there because the more time you have to time it sounds really stupid, but I had to suppress the laugh so I could actually get the timing. I'm glad we're making these because mostly when I'm on camera, I suck at doing those. Anytime I've tried to reflect one of those on camera in this playthrough so far, it's gone pretty poorly for us, so I didn't miss a single one there. That was pretty excellent. Probably I should have started doing that a bit earlier, but because I didn't realize I could wake a few of them up at a time I only did it really by accident. So the fact that I was going up that close to them meant that doing the reflection would have been harder to time. So I think the arrows was the right call until one started attacking me from range, at which point I should have started doing that sooner. Okay, so what's going on here? I see some Decayed Guardians. Is it just all going to be Decayed Guardians for this whole volley? Oh no, there's a live one there. Are there also some decayed ones? Is it literally just one Stalker Guardian? They've even given us horses for this. Oh, this horse is so beautiful. I wish we could bring them into the real world. I don't think I'm going to risk the horses, actually, because they're going to be rather noisy. Is it really just one Stalker? That's quite kind of them, because they're not too difficult to take down as long as you got a hefty amount of two-handers. Well, you don't really need the two-handers for it. Let's do it with a boomerang. Alright, there's a tree in between us now. I can sprint up and get right up alongside them. This is cool. It's like the old, that big fountain in right beside the castle. Right, and I can stasis them, so I can actually even run up alongside them and start working on these legs. And get one gone. Spin attack to get a whole bunch of legs. And again. And again. Alright, this thing this weapon isn't quite as useful for getting the legs gone, but it's not nothing. Let's use the other one. Alright then. Oh no. That's fine, I can stasis you again. Get a few more hits on the legs. Nice. Only two more. And it's stunned, so it's not going to be able to pick itself up too quickly after that. Bang! You've only got one leg now, so you can't really move around much. So let's bring out a slightly weaker weapon. Let's go with this spear now. And, like I was saying before, we have more melee weapons than bows at this point, so I think the right thing to do is use all the melee weapons. Please don't do a quick fire laser on me like you just did at the ground over there. There we go. Got it. Okay. They're probably, if that's only the third floor of this biome, so presumably there are going to be a few more stalkers in the other ones. Which again, so long as you're, I mean, that's what that crusher will be very good for. Is it'll take those legs out in 1 or 2 hits. So we'll be glad we had this. But and you can do it with arrows too. And now that I think about it, if this is all this biome is going to be, the ancient arrows we're not going to be able to use on many more fleshy creatures, shall we say. Hello, horsies. I know you're not real, but you're real to me. Is it an ancient arrow? No, no, no. That would be too good to be true, wouldn't it? The bundle of arrows. Very good, because we did use quite a bit on that last floor. They're probably going to mix in some of the aerial ones at some point, though, and we're going to really want to be using our good bows and arrows on that. So that's something to bear in mind. But again, if it's only 4 or 5 battles, we're quite close to the end. I'm tense, but I'm kind of confident at the same time. I know it's a bad sign, but we still got that high power boost. We still got 3 fairies. Right, I don't suppose there'll be any weapons super useful just lying around the edges. Okay, what's next? Is it multiple stalkers? Is it some stalkers and some decayed? Is it some stalkers, some decayed, some air drones, just some air ones? Just one air one. Ah. And naturally, they're harder to deal with than their ground-based brethren, but they're not the worst. Lucky we kept all these arrows. I don't think we'll use the ancient arrows on them just yet. We're going to use that as absolutely a last resort, I would think. Probably going to want to get on top of a tower and use some bullet time. Or even, not even bullet time, just stand on top of that tower and then fire down on them a bunch. Oh, why am I jumping? I'm not going to make it now. I have to go slow. They might hear the sound of my climbing because it's not usually very quiet. They don't appear to hear it. This is definitely one of those games where more enemies are harder than difficult enemies. So if this is leading up to a big room where they have a stalker, an air one, and a bunch of decayed ones, we'll be in trouble. We'll be in big trouble. But if it's not, and they're going to each be sort of very sectioned off individual trials, I'm not quite as worried. There's one chest just across there on that thing. Whatever it is, I don't expect it'll be useful for fighting this one. Well, I don't expect it'll be necessary. Probably it's going to be 3 more ancient arrows. That would be my guess. Because we haven't had a bit of those in a while. I'm going to fly over it and try and get up there and see what it is. Because I could be totally wrong. It could be a better bow than this. At which point I think it'll be time to use that. Up we get. Come on, Link. I know you can do this. You've always been my hero, ever since I was a wee lad. I mean, it was a different Link then, but you see what I mean. Some bomb arrows, good, okay. Does it make sense to go with bomb arrows first? I think bomb arrows, are they maybe, like, more effective against this thing? Actually, these ones... Boom, 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 boom. Okay, it's good. For a moment there. Okay, it's going to be blind firing at this tower, but if it can actually get high up enough to... then it won't be that bad. So throwing some ice arrows on, just so we can mix them up. I missed! Bugger. Oh, I can hit the eye, right. That's good to do. Man, they have lots of health, actually. I was saying they didn't have much. Is it time for the attack buff? I think we want to save it for the next room, whatever it is. Go for the normal arrows now. What? How did that one even miss? I don't know if it's possible to destroy their rotors or anything like that. Oh, come on! When they don't, why don't they suddenly not have to charge anything up? It's just not fair. Why do they get to do that? Maybe the... You know what? Since we have to hit this one with range, that we can't do it with melee, I think this is time for the attack buff. I'm gonna go all in with bomb arrows here. When they don't know where you are, they get to just do that laser without charging, which is so unfair because it can actually hit you. Oh, I actually did get one of the rotors. So if you get all the rotors down, do they just fall? Oh, I never knew that! That's so cool! I guess it can't really shoot me like that, can it? Then time to go with melee. Whoa, you can destroy the rotors! Sick! Okay, well now I've made it so that I am, I'm on a time limit now because I've got my attack up buff to worry about. So I'm gonna, I think, do my best to skedaddle pretty soon. It's not gonna drop anything useful. Let's just put our next melee weapon on and be on our way. Put back to normal arrows. Keep a good shield. Probably better time to bring out this shield, really. Keep the attack up. No need to put any more hearts out. We've already got the max buff. Well, there aren't any more hearts, more like. And we don't need the defense buff just yet. Where's that teleport pad? Gotta get there as soon as possible. I don't think we even have time to... Oh no, we definitely need the arrows, so we should loot these. Well, that's all. Blow these up, grab what's in them, get into the next one. Next one could be the last one, or the second last one. I think those are the most... Those two are the most likely. I think we're that close. But if it's gonna be a whole bunch of Guardians at once, we're gonna want that attack up for that. Alright, come on now. Don't make me wait for it. Let's see what it is. One aerial one, probably one stalker behind it if we just had an aerial one. Though I don't see... Okay, there's the stalker. Do we go for the aerial one first? Oh, and there's a sentry one up there. Okay, right. I'm gonna go for the aerial one up front and see about grounding it. With bomb arrows. I'm gonna stop you right there, friend, and just lay into this rotor of yours. Oh, that didn't stop you for very long. Okay, it's flying a little wonky. I think we might have been doing good damage to the rotors. Oh yeah, I got one already. Ah, missed that. Shock arrows time. It's flying so far away. But if I can get the rotors gone, then it's no longer a threat. Oh, the bow broke. Damn. Let's go with one of the dragon bone ones and then... Ah, shoot. Okay. We did damage to the rotors, though. That's more important than the damage to its main body at the moment, I think. Stop you right there. I thought I tried to lead it. Come on. Once I hit it, it'll turn around and look at me. I can actually have a try at blowing this up. Oh my god. Please don't. Oh, that stopped it from doing that. Okay, good. How is this not breaking this rotor? Does it need to be a bomb arrow? Oh, I hope not, because I don't have any more. Okay, block that back at it. Did it hit it? Oh, it did no damage. What the hell? Come on, just... Rotors, be gone with you. If you can break the legs of the other things with normal attacks, then surely you can break the rotors with this thing. Okay, good. You won't stay afloat for long with just the one. And once it's on the ground, we can more or less focus on the other ones. With that sentry, since it's near a cliff, I can get right beside it and then just do melee attacks and just hide every time it's about to fire at us. That's what I was saying. I think it's doing this whole all of them at once kind of thing. So presumably the boss is coming next floor, and this is our challenge floor right before that. Oh my god, I gotta pull a shield. Shield! Shield! I wasn't even gonna try to go for the parry at that point. Freeze you before you do that. Just gotta get this rotor gone. It's almost down. Just pull the shield out. I went for the parry, but... Oh, the other one's seeing us from here, but... Oh, pff, broke the other shield. Fine, why not? It's not like I needed that for anything. Freeze you. More hits on the rotor. Come on. This thing... How is this thing still flying? Shit! I went for the parry because I don't have any more shields, but I think it was the wrong thing to do. Oh, I'm on fire! Oh my god! I don't like that. Eat this shroom of mush. Did I break my bow around that point as well? Oh my god, how can this one rotor still have any durability? Oh, we're losing so much here. But we could be close to the end. This is really going to come down to the wire. I could set a fire so I could get some bullet time, but... That's not the problem, that's not the problem. Come on, bring that rotor round. It didn't even stop. What is it doing? Who sees? Who thinks they see? Oh, you thinks they see. No, no, no. I'll not have that. And these are ones we want to get before the one on the ground because they take a little more doing, I tend to find. How did I miss that? Okay, there's no way this rotor has this much more durability than all the others. What is going on here? What the hell is with this one? There go all my shields. Shoot. Am I hitting the wrong part? Am I supposed to be hitting the bit that's right above that? Like the propeller? I didn't even think it could be hit. No, it can't. God damn it! Why won't this break? There's no excuse for this. Why would the other ones... What the shit is going on with this? I'm using the ancient arrows on it. God damn, man. This is so stupid. That we're coming all this way and now they're deciding all of a sudden that... I just gotta get inside, actually, is what I should do. I should stop trying to fight face to face like this. It's not gonna turn out well. Please be bomb arrows. That's the only thing that breaks these stupid things. Oh, it's a better bow. Oh, that's good. But like, genuine, like what the hell? Like, I wasn't counting, obviously, but I only hit that other propeller with like 3 or 4. What the hell is the design on this that one of them just gets to be like way more durable than the others? I'll try with ice arrows with this good bow. I mean, what the hell is going on with this? And I'm wasting all these arrows too because it's regenerating all this health. I don't have a smarter way to deal with these than to ground them. And then do a bunch of melee hits. I guess it's gotta be ancient arrows? I'd really rather not use them on this stupid thing, but if that's what it's gonna take... Oh, I can't risk missing that shot. Oh, this is making me angry now. Because we lost so much just on this one enemy because the rules of it make no sense. It started out making sense and then just decided halfway through it would cease making sense. Okay, thank God. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore you at this point. We'll deal with you in a minute. I don't have the patience at the moment. I need to cool down before I see you again. What the hell was that about? Grand, we've got 6 arrows remaining. A whopping 6. I'm not happy about that one. But this thing can't even really look at us. Actually, should we just take it out now? No, we can use our weaker weapons on it later because it can't see us. That's our next priority, is that one up there. So we want to be able to get that far without getting killed by the stalker, who's over that way. There's no cover in between me and them, I did not realize that. This tree goes down, that's fine, better than us. Run behind this wall here. Actually, I can just run, at this distance, I can just run away from the laser. Sure, it does a heart, but we've got sauteed nuts for that. I think I'll be putting the defense buff on when I don't think it'll save us from these lasers, but I'll put it on when I'm out of the last ferry, I think is the right thing to do. Stalker won't see us from here. We can deal with them in a minute. I'm gonna take the crusher to that one's legs because this is not the time to be messing around. How many ancient arrows have I got left? Just in case the next room is like several Lionels or something. Because I'm thinking either this room or the next one will be the last. Probably the next one because it'll usually like to be a big up boss encounter. But I'm not sure what the enemy could be really. Won't be one of the Ganon Blights, will it? A Molduga maybe? That's the only enemy I can think that we haven't faced thus far. That would be a little easier to deal with, I think. Well, but even then, sometimes they ignore the bombs and go straight for you, and I don't really know why, so... It wouldn't be the easiest thing to do. And we're running out of melee weapons. If only I'd taken those Royal Guards ones! I'm gonna grab the Thunderblade. These things don't have too much health, though, the sentries. I don't think so. Do I have one in my book? I don't. This is as good as the picture is going to be for now. Oh my god, don't get to auto laser like that. So I do this, and then I hide. It fires at it, then it starts looking around and confused, and it charges another one, and we're gonna do this a whole bunch. Down! Why? Why would the prompt appear and then disappear immediately? Now I have to lose all this weapon durability because it gets to regenerate all of that as I climb my dumb ass back up. And I wish I could do the arrow strategy on this one, but you'll notice we don't have really any arrows with which to do that. Why now are they deciding to change all the rules and just lose all the design? Shoot, okay, then I think the only thing for it, do we have another attack buff anywhere? If it's gonna be finicky and not let me drop down the ledge, then I have to do this with the crusher, which sucks because I wanted that so desperately for the other one. And none of these are dropping any weapons, so we're not getting any new weapons here. But if it's gonna, I have to minimize the number of times I'm going up here, and the only way I can do that is with a really big, stupid two-hander like this. This is not the right rune. I think this stops you from charging up your laser, so I'm gonna keep going this way. And we have a few Endura things, so I'll keep this combo going this way. Did we not make up some Endurance rooms earlier? And I guess not. We'll just eat all these then, so we can keep this one combo going as long as it takes. Alright, we can swap to the bad one now. I think it doesn't know we're here somehow. Okay. Man. My patience is being tested here, I tell you. I'm because like, it's fine now, because we're probably going to make this, because the stalkers aren't horribly difficult to battle, but we're not going to have enough fairies, enough arrows, enough anything for the next fight that comes, and I'm going to be so upset. It'll be so sad to have lost it at that. But since we made it this far, I'll probably split this off into the hard mode file, the hard mode episode anyway, because if we've made it as far as the last one, and we die there, you're not going to want to watch the whole thing unfold again. All but the last one unfold in the middle trials episode, so I'll save it. Let's not even think about that right now. Let's just assume we're going to win, because that's what winners do. I mean, not really, but it can help. I'm going to wait till they start walking away from me, because you're silent while you're flying through the air. That other one on the ground over there won't be able to battle us here, so I can sneak right up on it, start smashing the heck out of these legs. Should only take 1 or 2 swings with this weapon. 2. Okay, I don't even need to do the swingy then. I can just do the normal combo. Actually, I should do the swingy. We should do this. I should definitely do the swingy. Okay. It's gonna take a lot of stamina, that's all. Yonk! And 1 on you. The crusher's almost gone, but it's worth it for getting rid of this. Okay, there goes the crusher, and I'll carry on with the thunderblade here. Should be enough. It won't notice me in it'll take a bit of time before it notices me anywhere. Anyway, if not anywhere. Now I think the Knight's one makes the most sense. There we go. That's you. My faith is slowly but surely restoring. We're gonna have to loot this place very thoroughly when we leave. But for now, I think it makes... Actually, do you know what? I might even just do this one with bombs, even though it'll take forever. We really can't be risking weapon durability at this point. And it really can't respond, so... That's what I'll do. Oh, there are horses here, too. Sorry for all the ruckus. And the grumbling under my breath. Alright, this won't take too long. Ah, but I gotta be faster than that, because it regenerates real soon. And real hard. Yes, run, horsies. This is not where you want to be right now. This is taking forever, though. Why do robots get to natural regen anyway? That doesn't seem to make much sense to me. Auto repair unit? Pretty advanced freaking robot. I guess they are pretty advanced. Actually, this is taking so long that I think the chance of me accidentally blowing myself up is increasing the longer we do this, and I'd much rather just do it with a melee weapon. Even though that's going to be very wasteful on our melee weapons. We're going to lose like 3 doing it this way, but... I'm in no mood to accidentally blow myself up and lose the fairy on this, because we don't even know what's coming next. I'm going to take a hack at it with the frostblade, because I don't suppose we'll be able to freeze any of the upcoming monsters if they're all going to be... I did not mean to do that! I don't suppose if they're all going to be Guardian-type enemies we're fighting up ahead, we're not going to be able to freeze any of them. I'm still holding out the hope that they have like a gold Lionel as the last one, and I can just Ancient Arrow it and be done with it. Oh, as long as the Ancient Arrows actually work on gold Lionels, I actually am not sure. I sort of assume they do, because they work on most normal enemies that aren't Guardians, but man, this would be a rotten time to find out that it does not work on them. So that's all the enemies from here, right? This next one has to be the last one, it just does. But we're not going there until we've looted everything, that's for sure. I'm gonna want a halberd out for this next one. I want to go guns blazing, all my stronger stuff. No holding back. I have to assume this one's the last one. It's the only thing that makes sense. Thank God they gave me another shield. For all the ones after all the ones I broke. Man, the laser really does just one-shot all shields below a power of like 70, does it? That's pretty heartbreaking. But I guess it's the point is that you feel like a badass when you get the parry. I guess the Guardian shields block the lasers a bit more, don't they? Alright, I absolutely will not stand for the explanation that there are no arrows in here. There have to be some crates somewhere. Ah, yes. Just please be a 1v1 with something big and stupid and not a massive horde battle. I'll be so sad if we lose it here. Sad and frustrated and all the bad things. Because the other ones, the successful attempt of the other ones was about an hour. This is our first attempt, and thus far only, and we've gotten near to the end, and it's been about 3 hours just on this. This is a lengthy trial, this hard one. So I pray, why are we giving these here? Don't say there's another rest spot and then more. Have I miscounted somehow? No, that can't be. That can't be. I mean, it can be that I've miscounted, but it can't be that there are more trials past this. Past this, there can't be that there's another rest area is what I'm saying. I will not stand for that. But I've heard nasty stories about this boss that I know to be in the DLC, so if it's really so nasty, then maybe the reason everyone thinks it's so nasty is because you have to get through the whole of the final trials first. I hope that's wrong, and I hope that that nasty boss I've heard so much about is the one that's at the end of the Champion's Ballad stuff. Anyway, we've got, what, 4 arrows now? Which is more than none. It means a lot when fighting Guardian-type enemies, actually, because you can stun them. Ooh, what's that? At the far wall? No, it was just a leaf falling somewhere. Ooh, some more arrows up top here. There's that chest we got the shield out of. Are there any supplies? I think there were some supplies inside that I neglected to loot. Because this is sort of Hyrule Castle-y, this area we're in, so it makes sense that it would be the last one. I don't believe that there would be any biomes past this. I'm so nervous now, though. I'm so damn nervous! The 3 hearts wasn't quite as debilitating the farther along you got because they give you so many, they give you quite a pretty generous number of fairies with which to do it, but I'm feeling it now anyway, I'm feeling it. We only got 6 arrows. This is so sad. I will be just so wildly underprepared for this next room, but I'm gonna lose my edge if I don't go now. I'm gonna get panicked and it's not gonna be any good. Come on, we can do it! Like, I believe in you. Have you got this? I don't know, I'll give it a try. Thank you. Inspiring words from an inspiring man. What's next? What is you? Who are you? Why are you? There's so many. No, it's just one Lionel. One Lionel and then a bunch of Bokoblin riders. The Lionel will see us immediately. Oh my god, the riders saw us immediately too. Okay. So obviously we're getting the Lionel done with... No, don't shoot things. How did I miss? Oh shit, oh shit. And one of... Oh no, come on. I mean... Can we not with all the enemies immediately knowing where I am for no reason? That would be great if we didn't do that in the future, thanks. Oh, this sucks. This really sucks. I don't like this one at all. Okay, I just gotta get under this tower. And none of these are mounted archers, so if I can knock them all... Oh, I shot the dumbass ancient arrow! Shield, please! Take it out! Okay, off your damn horse. I can't use arrows on you, we don't have enough. No! Defense buff wasn't enough. I have to know. I have to look it up now and know how many floors there are, because if that was the last one... Oh, that's just not alright. That was the last one. That was the last floor. And I got killed by a Bokoblin. I cannot abide that. I must play that far again today. No, I actually mustn't, because it's 7 p.m. It'll be 10 p.m. by the time I'll do that. I'll pick it up another day, but that just sucks. And like I was saying, if I hadn't lost those 2 fairies on that stupid one who's decided its rules were different, the sky one who suddenly the last rotor took like 40 more arrows than the other ones, I'd have had enough fairies to get up, climb up a wall, and then think of a better plan there. We probably would have made that. It was just Bokoblins after that. I don't care for that. I don't care for that at all. But, I mean, if we made it that far, we can do it again. And now we know what to use our ancient arrows on, as long as we keep 3 for the rotors on those sky ones. Use the rest on silver and gold moblins and stuff, and all the Lionels. Oh, that just sucks. Okay, I'll see you another day. And I'll try and shut up on that day, so that you don't have to watch too much of that again, because it's long. It's 23 floors of battling. Well, 3 of them are rest areas. It's 20 floors of battling. Ah! Angry. It's fine. See you another day. Hey, I'm back. It's the same day. I know I promised I would never ever do another video where I was just whispering, but it's like midnight. And I played back up here. It took 2 hours. I got back. I now have only 2 fairies because of a bunch of garbage bull nonsense. I'm up here on top of this thing. It took me like 2 bomb arrows last time to destroy all 3 propellers. I've launched 4 and haven't destroyed 1 this time, and like 40 normal arrows on this one. So I don't know how I'm going to do the one in the next one. But I just wanted to show this nonsense because it gets to just like randomly, and I've been throwing bombs down at it, and it gets to basically just like randomly fire lasers up at the top of towers, which killed me once, or took one of my fairies, one of my 5. The other ones I lost from stupid ways, but I have no faith whatsoever that this bomb method is gonna break these ever. I'm beginning to think that the propeller's health bars also get to regenerate if you don't do enough damage fast enough, which is just so infuriating and I can't even describe it. But like, I'm running out of arrows, the bombs aren't doing anything, and it's in the sky. what other option do I have to do damage in succession? Because it would be fine if I just had to do damage, period. I just drop down with a melee weapon. But you have to do damage repeatedly. So if I'm out of arrows, I'm dead. Plus, I got 3 fewer ancient arrows this time, and I don't know how. So I have to save one for the Lionel now, and I can't use it on the next one's propellers. I'm not having a good time, which is what you're supposed to do with video games. I was ready to take this a more optimistic approach, but now I'm feeling less ready. That's what I meant to do with bomb arrows. So if I just launch at one like that, okay, that's not done any of them. If you could look at the enemy, please, or not. Why do I not have a shield? So that's one bomb arrow I've laid into these propellers. One more anyway. That's the 5th one now, and none of them are blown up. So it must be that they also get to regenerate, and I have to shoot one with like bomb arrows several times in a row. But that would have been great information before I used all of them not doing that, because now I won't have enough for the next one. Did I get any of them? Nope. Still up. All of them are fine. I tried. You'll notice I have the crusher on my back because I tried jumping down and it's batting the propellers off while they were right next to the tower, but it didn't have any effect either. And I'm just at a loss, man. Even if I had infinite health, I don't know what I would do here. But it's made worse by the fact that I do not have infinite health. Direct hit on that thing with this massive 72-hander after all those bomb arrows, and just within a full attack up, and I don't know how much more I can do than that. I'm gonna try it a few more times and see if maybe it is actually adding up and those propellers are breaking, but I'm thinking they have their own regen bar, and I don't know of any way more than what I've been doing to do those, so I think the only other option would just be to completely parry every laser perfectly, which is just no longer a game at that point. The worst part is it's so stupidly easy to get away from this thing as well. It's just this big, dumb, invincible flying box. This was a few minutes ago. This thing just having not facing my way, not having any ID I'm up here. Well, might have had an ID I'm up here, but no charge time, no nothing. It wasn't even facing. What the hell? It was looking down. And it just went, that's a bunch of garbage. Like I was gonna dodge that. And this one, it exploded behind me. I was fine. And then I just died out of nowhere. Right after. I'm gonna try and go ham with bomb arrows again, because I don't really see as I have any alternative. We were able to destroy them with other arrows though, but I think it's that they regenerate and you just need to hit them with several in a row, which is I can't explain that. Because for an enemy that is airborne and you need to take those down if you want to fight it with melee. It would be another story if you could land on it and start attacking it with melee, but you slide off when you hit it with melee attacks, and if you hit it with just one and then slide off, then it regenerates it before you can get back and do another melee attack. So ranged is non-negotiable with these things. And I cannot explain the design process, the thought process that goes into making the propellers regenerate health. Like, what the shit? How many have I put in this thing? I'm not going berserk, right? Like, this is a ridiculous number of arrows I'm putting into these things for it to not do what it already did. I can't explain that. What am I... Like, forget the fact that I'm doing a run with 3 hearts and no stamina. If I had infinite health and infinite stamina, what the shit was I supposed to do differently to break those propellers just then? But, Jesus. You gotta be able to stand on it. If you can run out of arrows, then you have to be able to stand on it and attack it with melee that way. There's no way they wouldn't. But you slide off. It doesn't compute. It's one thing to be like, the obvious way is arrows, but if you're out of arrows, you have to come up with something obnoxious. But you have to do it fast with arrows, and if you lose too many arrows, then the game is over and you can't do anything. Then that's broken. It's not right. I still have fairies, I still have hearts. The game should not be over. You know what I mean? That's the condition for the game, is to be over, is to be dead. But they can do that to throw off your timing, which leaves them time to regenerate. It's just like, this isn't going to do anything. I just can't accept the explanation that I was supposed to have known to hit it with enough bomb arrows to kill it from full in one go, all at once. And that because I fired one early, it's over. It just does not. I refuse to believe that. That time it seemed like it landed 2 hits, one on the body and one on the propeller. So is that progress? I don't know. Or did it make it all the propeller damage back too? I don't know. Because they don't get their own health bars, so the player doesn't get to know. It gets to be a fun mystery. Man, it's just another one of those things. I'll never understand the design behind making something where it only gets hard at the end, and you have to. It's 2 hours to get back here. Please cut out like half of this in editing me. Or maybe even more. This is mostly just grumbling, but like I'm sitting here with all the time in the world, just wasting time looking at this, and I can't figure it out. This is. I gotta look up someone else doing this on master mode, because this just ain't right. I'm sure they're just gonna run in and pepper it with ancient arrows or bomb arrows, and it'll look so damn easy. They'll hit it in 2 arrows and the thing will disappear, but I gotta know. I gotta just look it up. Oh, ancient arrows one-shot these things. Right, okay. Well, that would be great if I didn't somehow miss 3 of them this time. Good. Fire an ancient arrow at it. Excellent. I'll do that. It just can't be that, equipped as I am, this is impossible unless I parry every laser. That cannot be the only way, with my loadout currently, that I can do this. I don't know how, but it must be possible another way. Oh, it's not enough to reach their... Well, that sucks. I wonder if you threw wood on its back and set it on fire, if it would have a campfire on its back that would do constant damage over time. Probably not. Actually, at this point, if I manage to break one of these things with the crusher, I'm going to be insulted that it took that long. So I don't even know why I'm carrying on going. It's just going to make me upset. And that's it. What was that, like an hour and a half? 80 arrows? 1,000 bombs? I'm not sure I've seen anything like that ever. Okay, I'm back. I've got back to floor 20, to 19, whatever floor this is. Floor 18. So we've only got the Hyrule Castle-ish biome left. This is our 4th try, I guess. The 2 you saw ended on camera, and then 1 ended like this, which I can't find the words to explain how much that hurts me. I didn't realize I was playing Dark Souls 2, insert clip here. We've got all 5 fairies still. I've got way more ancient arrows than we did last time because I actually remembered to pick up the ones from the lava dungeon, which I did not for attempt 2, which was not last time, but that was the last time you saw. So if we've got 5, we should be able to use 1 on the Lionel that's in the last room, and then 2 on the flying ones, which affords us 2 misses because we have 5. I do not have all my extra hearts. I was stabbed, set on fire, and frozen to make that happen. But we have plenty of materials, and we're gonna have a good time. And I'm ready to relax. I gotta learn to not let this stuff get to me. I'm a grown man. I should be more in control of my own motions than I have displayed on this channel. How can a circular ring have edges and therefore vertices? It's fine. I'm not actually mad. It's cool. It's all just a bit. Good God, man. We've done this one a few times without dying as the small one. Now I have to do the first part without it. Okay. Literally, there's no way that hit me. Do you remember when this run was like fine and acceptable in any capacity? Because I don't. I want to reset it. I want to reset it right now. Colette is alive. Why am I not allowed to use her? Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Why am I not allowed to use Colette? She's alive. She's alive! Fuck off with that. I'm good. I'm good. It's all good. Oh, for God's sake, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. 0 out of 10, worst game of 2013. Are you kidding me? Whose idea was that? Why? You can reach me too? Why? I swear it wasn't like that last time. There's a shield and a sword in here, right? In these things? Yeah. Not that any of them really tank more than one hit from a laser. Or a Lionel. And what shall we swap out for that? Royal Broadsword. Lightning swords can be helpful in disarming people. Not that I suppose it's going to come out much with all the robots, but probably it's better that we have that over this Dragon Bone Club. We have plenty of good two-handers as it is. Even if something tragic should befall, and we lose this one as well, I just gotta learn to be happy with the progress we did make, and to know that it'll work out eventually. And even if it doesn't, it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but just that we came so close that first time, and then all the shenanigans, and that I don't really understand the design paradigm behind making the propellers health regenerate, blah 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 blah. For now, we just gotta focus on this moving forward. I'm thinking for that big room with all the Decayed Guardians, I won't try any more shield parries, because that's just a way to lose hearts as far as I'm concerned, and we have enough, considering we're gonna be using the Ancient Arrows, and according to that guide, they one-shot as long as you hit the eye. With any bow, they one-shot any Guardian as long as you hit in the eye. I won't take a chance though. I'll use my strongest bow, but just that's what is supposed to happen. I'm apprised. Thus, we shouldn't have any problem with the aerial ones as long as I can get it lined up so that they're standing still right above me. So floor 19 is the one with all the Decayed Guardians, I think. Floor 20 is the one with just the one Stalker. 21 is the one with just the one aerial. 22 is the one with one Stalker, one aerial, one turret, and then 23 is the Nightmare. So all the Decayed ones are coming up first. I think we're gonna take them out with melee and arrows, rather than shield bumping the lasers. I already said that before, didn't I? Let's go put these three for speed, but then just to extend the time a little while, add some meat to it. I think it extends the time. We have 5 mighty bananas. I reckon we put 4 in this one with some bird. That's a max bonus. And then these two and these two in this one with some acorn. Both max bonuses. Good. And now, oh, there was a radish in one of the other ones that I didn't pick. Or is that one over here? Yes, well, I think the radish is slightly better than the truffle, so we would have been able to have 11 rather than 10, but... Oh, there's some more mushrooms over here. But nevertheless, a bump of 10 is not bad. 8, in fact. Sorry. So I won't use that till we lose a fairy, because... Or till we get back down to red health, anyway, which probably will be when we lose the next fairy. If that should even come to pass, which I'm guessing I will lose at least one, anyway. I'm prepared for that, especially during that last one, because I don't really have a plan for doing with all the mounted archers and everything. I'm thinking there was a bit of a fort there that we could just sort of climb up and plan our next move, because I don't think the horses can go upstairs, really. And max defense right here. We're also going to want to put on the max defense for when we deal with that room. And we're good. We're excellent. We are doing all right and fine and good and stuff. My aim must now be true. I must be very, very careful not to miss the very crucial ancient arrow shots on the Sky Watcher thing, and others. But first, let's deal with this room. Can you shoot them before they even wake up, or do you have to hit them with the stasis thing? Oh, you can. Never mind. Fire lance, 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 fire lance. Shoot you in the eye so you don't shoot me. Fire lance, fire lance, fire lance, fire lance. It'd be nice if we could save as many arrows as possible, because we are going to want some for stuff that is upcoming. We usually end up with tons of melee weapons by the end of this, so I don't suppose there's any real reason to hold back on these. Melee weapons are the things we have the most of, so we should prioritize them over arrows anyway. I guess maybe it wakes up a few others when you go here, but hopefully you can hide behind this one. I'm not sure. Yes, you can. Good. Which is fine because I want to. Oh, I really should have the attack buff on this one. It's fine. We'll save it for. No, I'll put one of them on. Nope, I'll save. I'll put one on. Which one lasts this time? This one. It's 3 minutes 50. Should make this go a little faster, a little less wear and tear on our bows and arrows and weapons and all. That's better for sure. Oh, away with you now. And it says there's a chest here. I think it's got more bomb arrows or something. Let's go yoink those. With a reckless abandon, unless it's another bow or something. I guess you can totally forget what's in here. A lovely shield. Wonderful. Off we go. Now it's the one stalker. The very handleable one stalker, I might add, for which two-handers are the best, by my reckoning. You'll never see it coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't even know we're here. It's even better. Slam, bam. Okay, it's arrow time. Find arrows. Oh, it's a beautiful horse over there. Look at that. I like that they randomly spawn different kinds each time. It's very pretty. I heard some stuff splash into water. That was them arrows that I just found. Excellent. All right. Okay, we're gonna actually take this aerial one down. Doing it with bullet time, probably the easiest way. But then also it stands still when it's trying to shoot you, so there is that. It might be easier to do it when you consider that. Gonna only put the ancient arrows on when we get up there. This is good because it means we can keep the crusher for that the turrets because they're hardy. Okay. I think the thing to do is drop a bomb so it stops flying and then jump down, and right when you're flying past it, right in the eye, ancient arrow. We've been told it works, it one-shots, and I'm using my strongest bow, and I've got the triple attack up. There's no way this can fail as long as I don't miss. But we're able to afford 2 misses. We're allowed to do that. Let's start with bang. Look at me. It does, it's true, it one-shots them. Nice picture, bro. Well, I'm feeling lucky that's true, because it means we can do the same thing in the next room to that Skywatcher. And we will not have to worry a lick about it taking off the 3 fairies it did for us the first time, nor all those other arrows. So we'll be much more geared up for the final room. But I am naturally going to grab the bomb arrows off the top of this first. So they will probably be very helpful in a variety of ways. Alright, and I was, we were having trouble with the turrets before because I didn't want to use any arrows on them. But now that we've got tons of arrows to spare, and because we're not spending them all trying to break the propellers, it should be fine. We can just keep stunning them every time they're about to launch the thing on us. And then keep doing with melee. Aren't there a bunch of, like, barrels down here? There's some stuff. I'd like your stuff, please. If I could have this stuff, that would be excellent. Like, ooh, if some stuff fell around. That didn't look like enough stuff for 2 barrels, for 1 box and 1 barrel. Because, whoa, there's some stuff. Stuff. Thank you for your stuff. Excellent. All right. First things first is to climb up top this thing so we can get a good vantage on this thing after calling its attention. I think a whistle is a bad idea because that'll probably call the other ones over as well. Got a swanky royal bow. We basically don't need to use any other bow for the rest of this then, because those 2 are likely to last. And these are bomb arrows, right? Ow. No, it's a shield. There you go. Oh, that one thinks they saw. Well, that's unfortunate. It's fine. Still run here and catch this one's attention. And, do a bit of this. Don't feel like fighting you at all. Thanks. Cool. Excellent. Right, we'll deal with the stalker in a minute. Let's just deal with you first, by which I mean not getting shot. That's important. Part of the plan. The real thing to do... Actually, do we have the speed one? Because we're going to want to put that on. It got 4 minutes on it. We're going to want to save that for the next room, probably. Don't shoot the tree. Be green. Conserve the nature. You're mean. Why do you hate trees? Alright, time to go to town. Oh my god! Can we not? With the randomly getting to hit me without charging up a laser. Thank you. Oh my god, you can't shoot from that angle. Why not? Why not, game? Oh dear, I guess you have to do it without targeting. I did not know that. Oh man. That is very scary. I don't know why it's not charging one up on me. This is kind of weird. Oh, here we go. Okay. Jeez. You can't reach that high when you're targeting. That's so uncool. I always forget that targeting locks how much you can aim in a particular direction. Jeepers. Alright, it's crusher time. We could probably manage it with one of these, actually. So let's wait. You might want the crusher for taking out the next sentry thing. Go, you spell that really fast, my friend. I'm gonna have to ask you to get shot in the face. Thank you. You could just hang on a sec while I do this. Thank you for waiting. Your hero will be with you in a moment. Ah, only 2 swings from this one. We'll smash it, which is good. Don't land on me. Thank you. I'm missing the legs. There we go. And that's you gone. Okay, now we have 3 ancient arrows, one of which must be used on the Lionel. By my reckoning, I think it makes the most sense. We still got the 5 fairies, and this health extending to use once we lose 1 fairy. / get back down to red health at all. The Lionel's a pretty good shot and runs forward with the bow the second this starts, while the other ones are also running after you, so the chances of me not getting hit once are pretty slim, I think. But these are the best chances we've gone into this so far with, and we are more equipped with knowledge now than ever before. We've got plenty of melee weapons to tide us over for the end of this. I reckon, let's put the speed one on right as we go in there. That's the right thing to do, I think. There are no chests about, nor do I see any metal weapons sticking out that we might want. I think we're well equipped anyway. See you, horsies! I'll bump my speed. It'll let us outrun some stuff, or maybe we should just charge. Should we charge the Lionel, or do they see us? Oh, they do. They see us pretty quickly. Okay, I might want to charge this Lionel here. Actually, maybe I can just make the shot from there. Oh, got it in the leg. Okay, good. So that one's gone. I'll get off these and I guess just bomb arrow in the middle. Sorry, horses! Oh, I really wish I didn't have to do that to all so many horses. It's fine. Gonna put my shield on. Actually, what the really good thing to do would be to catch this updraft before it goes away. It's gone. None of them are any of them archers, actually? I'm not sure. I'm gonna block because there are people charging with melee weapons. And horses. Try and get, gotta get to somewhere to the high ground. That fort up there is where we gotta get. Alright, sentry's seen me, but I can get behind this wall, and they won't be able to hit me from there. If I get up here, then these people won't be able to run me down. And I can, in fact, just headshot you off that. This bow should be pretty quick with dispatching them, as long as we're aggressive. Actually, it's probably best if we go and get the turret first. Now that we've lost the trail of most of the goblins. Oh dear. Right. Okay, good. And I don't think we'll need our speed anymore now that we've got the high ground, and we're about to take the turret out, so I'm gonna grab my crusher, take no chances, max attack power, wait for my stamina to go back up, and just start spinning at this thing. Yes, indeed. Shoot lasers in random directions. This should help. Alright, that's enough of your nonsense. And now, all that remains is to try and snipe them from the top of this tower so we don't risk us going down there at all. Oh, there's even a chest down there. Look at that. Most of them are hanging around. They're just kind of scattered. Right? Headshot with this should one-shot any of them. Oh, I missed that one. I think it's someone about to hit me from behind. Archer's for sure the way here. We have so many arrows and this attack buff. Off your horse. Okay, this is how close we were to doing it the first time. I'm equal parts proud and annoyed. Because once you get that Lionel done, all you have to do is break line of sight with the bokoblins, and then the rest of it becomes pretty easy. And normally the tension would still be on, but I did unbreak it a little bit by looking up if this was the last room, just because I had to know. But you know what? The game was kind of being nonsense, so I stand by that decision. Excellent. I'm sorry for launching explosives at all of you lovely horses, but my, you are all lovely. Hello, how's it going? If I had an apple, I'd give it to you and we'd call it even. What is in this chest anyway? More bomb arrows, there you go. Right, well, you know what? It only said it went as far as floor 23. I don't know if there's some big boss fight at the end, maybe they're not including that, but I think they would have mentioned. The guide I was looking at that told me that this was the end. So, I don't really need to loot any of this. Let's just be off. Really, I shouldn't be so cavalier about it, considering how long it took us to get here, but I trust the guide. Let's put an end to this nonsense, shall we? Ooh, shield. Ooh, swords. Show us the final floor with 2 staircases all the way up. That's 3 staircases. Counting is not my forte. Here at last. We've made it. Oh, indeedly. Still could take us the fewest tries out of the whole bunch, I believe. But, man. Well, let me do my end recap then before we draw the sword, just so we can spend a little more time in this very cool location. Excellent DLC cases. They were super, super cool. I liked it a lot. I don't want anyone to be under any impression that I didn't like it. Each one had like 1 or 2 things that just did not jive with me at all. The first one being the room with Rudy. The second one being the problem with the darkness biome of the animations. And this one being, really? It's mostly just that I didn't realize how stingy they were with the Guardian Skywatchers rules about breaking the propellers. Because breaking the legs on the stalkers is really easy. I still did feel like even if the rule is that they regenerate like the normal health bars do, I felt like we launched many arrows into one of those propellers and it did not take nearly as many for the other ones. So it's just like, I don't know why it needed to be so inconsistent, but on the first and second runs, those Skywatchers were the thing that ruined the run. In the first one, because they took like 3 of my fairies, so I had like no time to figure out what I was doing with the last floor, and on the second one because I couldn't get past it at all because I didn't bring enough ancient arrows because I missed that one chest. And that compounded with the fact that I'm not super fond of when we drop us into a room where the enemies are at the opposite end and they see you immediately anyway, because that means you can't just strike immediately. You have to like wait for them to come to you, which gives them time to fire arrows and do whatever. I don't understand why in a game as open-ended as this, you would force the player into an immediate combat scenario from which they can't really escape until they kill the Lionel. But it wasn't the real problem. The Skywatchers were. Other than that, I really liked the whole thing. Still the bit where you're flying in the first part of the middle trials was my favorite biome. And my least favorite biome, I don't know. It's probably still the water fortress just because of how poorly you handle in the water. Like, the fire one is basically just that, except without the possibility. Because the thing is, drowning is a much gentler penalty than getting attacked by Lizalfos in the water, which seems weird. You'd think drowning would be way more serious than getting struck once. But it's like whenever you fall in the water, it's like, I gotta drown myself fast. It just becomes a very tedious X-mashing fest, hoping that they miss you. All, of course, compounded by the fact that Master Mode has health regenerating and higher tier monsters. But on the whole, very cool. I love the idea of it. I think some of them could have benefited from being a little shorter just because it takes a long time to get to them, which is just sort of unfortunate. It gets boring the third time. Second time, really. But I'm delighted we're at the end and that we can say we've done it. I gather it would have been easier with the upgrades, but most of my problems were stuff that had nothing to do with the fact that I was getting mauled to pieces in one shot. Hello there, sages. My path has been long. I'm sorry if you heard all that screaming from like the 3 floors above and the stomping. That was someone else, but I'm sorry anyway.
You have done well. The depth of your heroism is beyond question.
Great, it doesn't feel like it, but thank you. I feel like a whiny man baby, not a hero.
We are the ones who prepared this trial, following a revelation from the goddess Aelia.
Oh, nice.
To the one who has overcome the trial of the sword, you have proven your end worthy of legendary Master Sword.
Which one of you jokers put the Skywatchers and made their propellers regenerate?
Now the heroes gain the power necessary to combat the calamity. Your sacred duty has been fulfilled. Chosen hero. With the awakened Master Sword now boasting its true splendor, protect the kingdom of Hyrule, for now and for always.
Well, I'm probably gonna die someday if these floors are any indication, but I'll protect it till then. I'll do my best anyway. Sword shall be drawn. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Yeah! It's glowy now! Ooh, it's stay glowy! That's exciting. I like it staying glowy. Sorry, you can tell how sweaty I am. Let me hold my hand a little lower.
Yeah, I have your Master Sword. Woohoo! Yeah!
Done did it. We done did that trial. Hey, Dekutri, I'm back this time. I didn't actually die all the way. I got stabbed once. It wasn't great. Ooh, that's thumbnail material right there. This whole thing's got a lot of thumbnail material. Whoosh. Feeling good? I'm feeling fine. Ah, hey, Fee. Very good, then. Ah, so you have finally returned. Your mind, body, and soul are now ready to wield the Master Sword at its full potential. Plus, that was really funny. That one time where the Lizolfo, it looked above you, and you still died. Oh, man. I was killing myself over here. You never fail to impress. Link's triumph over the trial of the sword has awakened its true splendor.
Yay!
Now you are truly one with that sword of yours. I must say, its sacred glow suits you well. As ever, I shall watch over your journey from here. The princess. I am certain Hyrule's princess is pleased with your accomplishment as well. Oh god, she was watching too? How many of you were? I had to see all that. Well, thank you anyway. That's your kind words have touched me. In my heart. Good. In my remaining 7 1/4 hearts. Trial of the Sword complete! Yay! So next on the list, naturally, is the Champion's Ballad, which I'm pretty hyped for. I'm gonna guess they don't take away all our equipment for that one. So that'll be really exciting to not have to deal with that. Pack 2, the Champion's Ballad. A new challenge related to the champions has been added. Once you have completed the main quest to free all 4 beasts, return to the Shrine of Resurrection and inspect the terminal where you first found the Sheikah Slate. Right. And we've only completed a few of those quests because I mostly just left after freeing the beasts. We've only completed 1 quest, really. So next episode of this, we'll be going around to all the towns and telling everyone that their troubles are over, the beasts are calmed, and then once those quests and this one are completed, we'll head back to that trial, and it'll I think this is the one where it adds extra shrines and stuff, and this must be where that scary boss fight comes in at the end, which I've heard is really dreadful. And I'm kind of looking forward to it, actually, because rather than it being a scary and stressful thing that takes 2 hours, it'll probably be a short burst of fight that will be very difficult, which I'll look forward to. But there you have it. Trial of the Sword has been done. Sorry for the salt. Sorry, you gotta understand, I've got a lot of salt on me. Oh, look at that glow, though. That's over now. Next video is on the channels. I'm not even sure what. It'll be on screen. Thank you so very much for coming around to this episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's a masterpiece, if you see what I did there with the Master Sword and all. In spite of my the small misgivings snowball when you're doing something so hard. That's all it really is. I bear this game no ill will or anything. There's something shiny up in that tree. Never mind it. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! Ooh, there's something on a barrel outside my home. It's Angelica tea. Splendid. There's a pupper over there. Ooh, I can't wait to get those Smith. What's this? Nimbus Charm. The cursed charm is said to summon clouds. Its efficacy is dubious. Likely it belongs to someone who avoids sunlight. I didn't even think we could find